What's going on, people? Welcome to the Don Robbie channel. We're here for another watch along. What?
Why are you looking at me like that?
You're looking all, you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't do what?
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 What? Fine.
I'm playing. You won't even do anything. I'm joking.
I'm literally just sitting
No,
there.
it's only because DT was saying about North Macedonia. They're not, just making it interesting, trying to get onto you now. So you're
What
happy.
are you trying to do? Trying to get me in trouble.
You know what he's trying to do, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm mind you, I'm joking. What's going on, people? Welcome to the Don Robbie channel. We are here for another watch along. I was going to say England, then it's not England. Ukraine against North Macedonia here with DT. AGT, we saying, bro?
I'm good, brother. How are
Good.
you, man?
Ted, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, looking forward to the game.
Yeah. Should be good. I mean, what people don't realise is these two teams have both been involved in the two highest scoring games of the competition so far. So I think we could see goals. But then, as DT was saying, it's just going to end up 0-0. So.
Are you thinking 0-0?
Every time someone turns around and says, do you know what I mean? It's like when you watch all the big games in the Premier League and they build it up all week as being this big showdown, and it's 0-0.
Yeah. It does happen a lot, innit? AGT, what are you saying?
I think there'll be goals. I mean, the Ukraine did well, to be honest, to even get back to 2-2. So if we see a little bit of that today, we're in for a good game. North Macedonia as well. They're fighting for troops. So, listen, I'm expecting goals. It could be 2-2 this one, as an early prediction.
Yeah, they kind of threw it out the ballpark in the first game. I mean, look, they got their goal very lucky.
Yeah, there's no doubt
North
about
Macedonia, and that was a big win for Austria with their first, ever win, even at the tournament. But I think you got to look at it like North Macedonia have to go for it. Do you know what I mean? They need to try and get something out of this game. So I'm actually looking forward to that. You lot know what the watch-along settings are as well. Get your comments in. We'll get them read out. Don't matter who it's about. You know what I mean? Not going to be censoring anything. So if they get in the comments,
You've been one of them moves today.
He's on a wind-up thing today, man, straight away.
Don't start me off.
Why? What do you mean?
No, it's fine. Don't start me off. I'll start asking you questions in a minute. Do you know what I mean?
You don't need much to get riled up, to be fair. No, it's good. It's good. But
How's life after United stand anyway?
Not bad. I'm here enjoying the Euros. You know what I mean?
We can both
You
play
just
this
left
game
AGT, so you know how you do it. No, I'm joking.
Robbie's sitting there, I'm going, what? No, he ain't. What are you doing?
And that was a joke, by the way, before people start trying to do that. And the aftermath of the games yesterday as well.
Mate.
Tasty.
I was here with Turkish. I mean, that sofa has had to go through a dry clean after last night. There was beers.
We checked in on him. Has anyone
I was with
messaged
him
to see?
This is the thing, like he goes missing the day after, but the decibels that was coming from him.
Hold on a minute,
bro.
look at the advert.
Yeah.
Wait.
DT's in
Let's
this
wait.
advert.
I'm on the, here we go.
Where are you? Where are
Here we
you?
go.
Two.
Hey, there I am.
Love it. Robbie there as well.
I've
the
got a
back of his
talking
head.
part.
Come on, G.
Full frontal shot.
What the hell are you doing in there?
Hey, listen. You know what I mean? And then there's Robbie. You can just see the back of his head.
Didn't even get.
Did he even
get
say
a
anything?
shout. No,
No.
he
He didn't say anything.
No, I got the talking part.
I thought I just couldn't hear it because the sounds
No.
off.
No,
I got the
it's
talking
all
part.
mad still.
Oh my days.
What's
What's
happening,
happening?
Man, like
It's got
stressed
Cecil in the cup
building,
behind the scenes there. He's just walked in.
cuz.
Apparently DT said something, but no one heard.
But no, Troops was wilding out last night, as he should have been. I mean, we saw more fight from him being chased by X, or him chasing X, I should say, at Box Park, than we saw from 2 games in Turkey. There was no
it's
fight.
bad.
And that's really what they're known for, passion and the hunger. So to not get even a goal in 2 games so far, Turkish is
You've got to feel
absolutely
for Turkish
fuming.
though, man, because
You
you
do.
can't blame Concrete for those performances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Normally it'd be like...
He's got somewhere else to vent.
It's Concrete's fault, it's Concrete's fault. But with Turkey, it's like, whose fault is... damn.
Burak Yilmaz.
Do you know what's weird, Tej, as well? Because people were saying Turkey, a lot of dark horses. People saying that they're going to be strong, etc. Just didn't go that way, did it? Or it hasn't.
They've never. You saw in the first game against Italy, there was no game plan. Every time they got the ball, they just tried to lump it up. They didn't do anything with it, and that's been their biggest downfall. That they haven't really had any plan, particularly to get the ball to Yilmaz. If you looked at Lille this season, they've had a very clear plan in games to try and get the ball up the pitch to Yilmaz being their goal scorer, but Turkey just haven't done that, and obviously that's why they've suffered so badly.
To not even score a goal as well,
Yep.
so far.
Going home already.
They have had opportunities as well. They've come, especially last night. They had a lot of opportunities.
And the thing is with this Euros, like, Turkey are gone now. You've waited an extra year to get to the tournament. There's all this hype about it. And then before you know it, you're going home.
That's normally what happens to us.
Yeah, but that's the harsh reality. Isn't it?
That's the nature of international tournaments. If you bum out in your first game like they did, stunk the house out. Second game, you have to win, and they
like
did.
Wales done.
Yeah. And
you
now
put
they're
that pressure
out,
on straight away. So that's why it was good that England won.
There's no second
takes it off a
chances
bit.
in international tournaments. You
People forget that. You know what I mean? It's not also about all the performance, playing well, who's looking really convincing and stuff like that. It's about getting the points on the board in tournament football. You're not here for a long time.
Exactly.
But it would be nice to see a great performance as well. But, as England fans, we'd take 1-0 every game, wouldn't we?
Just to get through. 100%.
Just to get through. But we'd like to see something to go home with, wouldn't we?
Peter Bissett says, does DT know Peter Crouch? He mocks him after his line. Did you mock him after your line in the advert?
It's part of the script.
Okay. Well, was it that bad that they say, right, you must have had to know him to say that because you mugged him off?
It wasn't like that. It was because I had to turn around and say to Robbie that we are still a super club.
Yeah.
And he's mocking
the Super League.
Like us thinking that we're still a super club sort of thing.
Okay.
It's part of the script.
Did it take long to learn the script?
Oh, it took me ages. I got it wrong as well on one of them.
What, you had like 4 lines? You got
Yeah, I actually got it wrong.
You didn't even do it in one take?
No, they wanted it in an aggressive manner, like really, and I had to give Robbie a bit of a push, like, do you know what I mean? And Robbie's looking at me like, push me like that again,
Why do you need encouragement to be aggressive and angry?
I know.
You don't normally.
What portrayal they'll have.
Sanduk says, yo, score predictions. I'm going 3-0 Ukraine. Yarmolenko, Brace, and Zinchenko. Where's Troops, fam? His team is playing, blood. Tej, what are you saying?
I'll probably go 2 or 3-0 again. I can't see Macedonia got lucky with their goal against Austria, that defensive mistake, and they don't have the quality really. I think Ukraine looked good against the Netherlands, particularly their fight back in the second half. So I think they got something up front. So I think we should see them scoring at least a couple of goals. I'll probably go 2 or 3-0 Ukraine.
Hey,
I do think Macedonia are going to get a goal. I know I said 2-2 about 5 minutes ago, but I'm going to go with 2-1 Ukraine now.
You're
going to
gonna
switch it up. Yeah, I just think Zinchenko especially. I mean, realistically, if everyone was injury-free at Man City, Mendy would be playing, I'm assuming, right? So for him to...
I don't know, he's been out of favour for a while, Mendy.
I know he's been in the team for a while.
You don't like
He's
Mendy,
been
does
filling
he?
in.
Pep.
No,
Yeah,
but
Cancelo.
I think he's on that side, he could be the shining star for Ukraine today. So I'm going to go with the Ukraine win. Obviously, Shevchenko needs a win. So.
And to be fair, just before I come to you, Yarmolenko, the goal he scored in the last game, like it weren't goal of the tournament for very long, but at the point where he scored it,
was the
we're
best
saying,
goal.
like,
Anything
and he's
scored
capable
now.
of doing that. He's done it against us as well at the London Stadium when we played against them. If you let him cut in on his left foot like that, you know what the outcome's going to be.
He's no doubt he's a baller.
Yeah. What are you saying, prediction-wise?
0-0.
3-1.
2. Ukraine. No shock. There's no chance of a shock here.
No, I just think that they've got too much. I think they'll have too much firepower. But you never know. This is the beauty of football in general. Whether it's international football, club football, non-league football, whatever it is, there's always a shock somewhere. So, will this be one of the shocks of Euro 20? What do we call it? Euro 2020?
2020, yeah. They've branded it still 2020.
Yeah.
Didn't want to pay the different, get new advertising boards.
So, yeah, it could be one of the big shocks.
Just what someone else says here. Vidant says, all of your thoughts on the Premier League fixtures. I mean,
Bad for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Have you got a tough start?
We've got Chelsea and Man City in our first 3 games, and then 2 after that we've got Spurs.
You always have quite a difficult
but yesterday, when those fixtures come out as one of the first times, I've never really been excited for it, like waiting, like with anticipation and just kind of like, yes, here we go. I had a brief look at it. First thing I did was like when we're playing Tottenham. Same as always. I have to know when we're playing them. So I see that, and then I was like, right, okay, let's have a look at the run-in. Let's look at the opening. Who we playing Boxing Day? The usual kind of standout type of one sort of thing. I looked at it, and for us it was like Brentford away, first game of the season. First thing I did, got on the phone to Ivan's agent. I was like, sort me out a box. Did Brentford even have one? He was like, I don't even know.
Yeah, they've got a new stadium, they must
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. But I was like, if I don't get a seat, just get me a shirt. just whatever. Then I don't have an excuse to buy one. And then one gets on my back. But Chelsea at home, Man City away. And I sat and thought about it, and I thought, you know what, it could benefit us but I don't want to get into that mindset because we've hardly got any players in Euros, the Copa America.
Should come back quite fresh.
Whereas Man City and Chelsea will have. So you already know when players come back, they've got to have their pre-season because of the season we've just had and everything. Then they've got to come back and get up to speed and whatever. So playing those two quite early might actually be beneficial.
I don't mind getting some of the more difficult teams in early, especially away from
Get
home.
them out of the way. You've got a favourable one.
Our first like 5 or 6 games are not too bad, and then we got.
But then that's where that was your downfall last season. Your first 5-6 games were dreadful.
Exactly, but it didn't matter who we were going to play. We were just it looked like we was always destined to that. What are you saying about yours, Liverpool?
It's not too bad. Essentially, we have to play all these teams anyway at some point. I mean, I'll throw it on you. Do you think it matters when you play these big teams?
Not overly. That's why, to be fair, I would rather get some of them out the way early doors.
If you get City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham in a row, and you lose 4 out of 5,
that's rigged if that happens.
Yeah, but that's similar to Arsenal.
Not
Genuinely, like 5 out of 6, they've got tough.
The only bonus that I'm looking at it is I'm not now looking at the fixtures going who we're playing after a European midweek game.
Yeah.
We've literally, we got a free run of it.
I'm so pissed you didn't get that shitty conference.
But that's the thing. We've got a free run of it now. So I'm looking at it going, all right, we're going to play every other week now. Like every weekend, there's no... And if we play midweek matches now, they're going to be when everyone else is playing a midweek match. And we're going to predominantly play on Saturdays now.
So what are you saying? Arsenal should have a good season?
We should do. We should. But you should.
You should.
You get what I mean?
Given you have 15 less games in a season, you've got a chance to rest players. There's no needless injuries. You're not travelling to Ukraine or the far, like Eastern Europe on a Thursday night. You've got that chance to keep the squad fit and focus on a core 38 games. Yeah. That's a huge, huge advantage. And we've seen that with teams in the past. We saw when the season Leicester won the league, they weren't in Europe. They were able to keep their entire squad fit. Chelsea, when they finished 10th the next season they won the league, they kept their entire squad fit.
You can have that focus to keep refreshing.
Obviously, we're going nowhere near winning the league next season, but if we can keep the squad fit, we can potentially challenge for top 4. That's what I feel should be a huge benefit.
Keep the squad fit with some additions, or just as it is.
Oh, we've got to have additions all day. I think Arsenal are going to be one of the busiest in the window, to be fair. And
well, they should be at least. They might not be, but definitely should be,
It was coincidental. I don't know whether it was coincidental, but when the fixtures come out, all of a sudden yesterday, it was like Arsenal became transfer deadline day.
Yeah.
We were linked with everyone. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So I don't know whether the club as well are looking at the situation and going, right, those first 6 games, we could effectively season over.
Yeah, could be.
If you get it wrong.
Yeah, and Arteta out.
So, done. And I'm not stupid enough to
know
know
but
it
just if you have a bad start after the season you had,
we did last season,
gone.
Arteta's gone. Yeah. I know it. Everyone knows it. So then you're going back to square one. You've got to bring someone else in.
It'd be horrible.
And it's going to end up being a horrible season. So they could look at it and say, right, let's get the transfers in now. Maybe this is why we're targeting a lot of English players as well, because there's no climatisation or anything to the Premier League. They can hit the ground running, play, and get on with it. Yeah, there will be a couple of foreign players brought in here or there, but the core of the names being mentioned are all English, all know the Premier League, won't have no time to adapt, can just hit the ground running.
And go for it.
So, DT, what about this though? Would you be more happy getting rid of 4 or 5 players that are like rotting the club out, or would you be more happy signing one marquee name? What's more important?
Because we need more than one marquee name.
2 marquee names then?
Even more than 2.
Really?
We need about 9, isn't it?
You know what I mean? We're not that stupid. Listen, at the end of the day, we've got a good core of players there. There are some real good players and players that we can build around, you know. And you got what's going to happen with William Saliba coming back into the club. For me, he's an unbelievable talent. And then you've
How much was he?
28, 30 million, something
25
along them lines.
He played well.
So you've got him. Gabriel's going to get better now. He's had a year in the Premier League. Kieran Tierney, if he can stay fit. Bukayo Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, Martinelli. Balogun signed his new contract now. You know,
so you're trying to retain the people who are actually good
as well,
and then get rid of, like you said.
Yeah. So we've got a basis there, but you now need to add to that. And it's just, I'm looking at from the outside in when you're looking, and I'm seeing us linked with so many like Premier League proven players that maybe this is the pathway we're looking at and saying, right, because you look, Pepe took over a year to adapt, and you're starting, especially towards the end of last season, how good he can actually be. So we don't need players that are going to take a year to adapt. We can't afford it.
Yeah, you've no time.
So
for that.
you've got to, and
Gotta
there's
get
no
ready-made.
excuses.
You gotta
So
get ready-made.
if it is true that we got a James Maddison, for example, or we brought in a Ben White, you know what you're getting.
James Maddison. Oh, we'll talk about that in a second. So Preach says, hey guys, sending love from Australia. Flex, was great to see you when you were here in Perth. Big up. What a nice place Perth is as well. Got a friend who lives out there too. And Chronic, but trying to get me with the name, but it ain't gonna work. Too quick for that.
Oh, is it the old chronic maths debate?
There you go. There you go. Like they probably thought newbie on. Like, I mean, send a super chat. Flex will go for it.
Yeah.
Get the nibble.
Robbie got caught on
You
the
know
one
what
with
I'm
me the
saying?
other day.
Robbie's been
Yeah,
baited.
nice
Robbie
one,
got-
Chronic. Yeah, but you keep doing your deed that you need to keep doing chronically. That's fine. But I will read out your super chat. Top 4 predictions for next season in order, Tej. In order, so hard when no one's even bought anyone yet. But let's just do it off.
I'd say, again, the title is between 3 teams. I think you can kind of deduce that now. It's between Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City, in my opinion. I don't think United are there yet. I still think you need like a market.
Did you say we won't get the top 4?
No. I'm saying for the title.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So the title is, in my opinion, between Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool.
Who do you think though? Who's going to be number 1? Who's going to get it?
If I had to stick my neck out, I'd probably say Chelsea, just given the momentum they had towards the back end of the season. The fact that they are now going hard after players like Haaland, supposedly, other big names in there as well. I think over a 38-game season, I think they are probably the strongest team, given the players they have and how well they've been performing. Players like Kante, Mount. I think City would obviously be a close second in there as well.
Okay, so Chelsea and City
Chelsea
first and
1,
second?
2. Yeah, I think Liverpool, brilliant side, don't get me wrong, but I just feel they've fallen off a bit the last season. And can they maintain that same level that they were back in 2018, 2019? Because that's the benchmark they set. And I don't think they can quite get up to that level again. Do I think they're the same level as Chelsea City? Not quite. They're still a good side, don't get me wrong. But I think they'll need, again, 1 or 2 huge names to be able to get them to be there kind of April, May.
4th?
I'd say United's. I can't see, honestly,
You can't see how we kick on from the second.
Unless Arsenal, it depends on transfers, but unless we sign a huge name, I don't think our team's good enough to compete with those 4.
Yeah.
So I would say that's my top 4. I hope Arsenal finish in the top 4, but at the moment, unless we go out and sign some serious players, I don't think Arteta has enough over 38 games to
With that current squad.
to beat those 4 teams who are immensely strong.
I agree with that.
So,
what are you saying, AGT?
Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United.
Liverpool, City,
I do
Chelsea,
think,
United. You think you lot will just bounce back straight away, get it back?
I think if you look at the names we've got to come back into the team, there's no doubt that, anyone here can't say that that's not going to make a positive difference. There was a lot of people last season that said, oh, everyone's going on about injuries. If I asked you the question, would we have done better last season with Van Dijk, Gomez, Henderson for most of it, Thiago for most of it? The answer is yes. So add them names back into it, and we've got as good a chance as anyone. We've been there and done it now, but like Tej said, we do need a striker and we do need a midfielder. But like I was saying to DT, we've got 4 or 5, even 6 names to get rid of ourselves. So.
Okay. And you? Did you say yours? No, you didn't.
No, it's mine. I don't know. I really don't. I'll just reserve judgment until after the transfer window's closed, I think.
Yeah, no, it's a good shout.
I think it depends
with
on
what it is. But also, going with what you were saying quickly, I actually disagree with something you were saying about competing with those teams that you mentioned. Our record against those teams last season was excellent. Yeah. We had an excellent record against all those sides that were fighting in the top 4 and everything else. We beat you away, drew at home. Man City were the only one that really done us. We done double over Chelsea. We performed against Liverpool, despite losing the game.
Just couldn't win, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we performed in those matches. It was all of the games that you expected us to win that we didn't. So I feel if we get a bit of consistency with those, we'll pick up an extra 15, 20 points, which could be the difference to being challenging in the top 4 and not.
Okay.
And so it's a weird one. I don't think we're going to have a weird season like last year. I think we finished 7 points off the top 4.
Yeah, but I don't know how. I don't know how you always do it like that. But at points, Arsenal are so bad. 13th, 14th, 10th, whatever. And all of a sudden, when the pressure's off because the season's a write-off.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, when
we won 5 games in a row at the end of the season.
Ridiculous. But you did it when it didn't really matter. But it makes it look not
Still
as
good
bad.
though.
But in the end, to go and put a run together.
We beat Chelsea away as well at Stamford Bridge.
Exactly.
but it's easier to come out and play when there's no pressure.
100%.
I think
in the middle of the season, when you was losing games left, right, and centre, when it mattered,
Going back to what you said about the opening games, I think those first 3 games are so crucial for Arsenal because they're going to set the tone for the entire season. If you lose against City and you lose against Chelsea, yeah, it's not the season out the window, but that doesn't bode very well. It sets the tone.
We're getting 9 points
literally the first couple of weeks.
The teams are this game's shortly going to start. I know that Alex has got the twang on all the accents and stuff like that, so I'm going to hand over to Alex for the starting lineup.
Hold on a minute. I wanted you to do it.
Who? You?
No, I wanted you to read them out.
No.
Come on. No, you're presenting.
It's Alex. No, last time I was just
Robbie
following
does
suit.
come to me for this bit
I'm just
still,
following
yeah.
suit, mate.
No,
last
you
time I
should
was
do
here,
it.
I saw Alex read out the starting line,
Well, that's
and
fine.
he does it with the wicked accent, everything.
He's doing your job. Pay him your wage.
No, do you know? It's not
Yeah.
about
Exactly what it's saying, I
It's
think.
about being a team player and realising
Oh,
where your strengths
yeah, I've been
are. So when we
playing.
need someone to get
Captain
pissed
business,
and
come
run around this thing when the referee does something, we'll call you.
Let Alex.
You know what I'm saying?
Let Alex read out one team's 11 and you read out the
Yeah,
other.
that's
Alright, go
fair.
on.
I'll do Ukraine because that's, you know, I've done that.
All right, well
before,
they're
it's
walking
fine.
out now, so let's do it now.
Let's
Right,
go.
so we've got Heori Bushchan in goal from Dynamo Kiev in goal for the Ukraine. At right back, we've got Oleksandr Karaveyev from Kiev again, so the keeper
I'm
and
not
right
doing
back
first names, by the way.
should have a decent little connection there. And then another Kiev player, Ilya Zabarny from Kiev. So pretty much throughout the back four, 5 out of 5 Kiev players at the back four and in goal. So they should all be getting on like house and fire. That's Vitaly Mikolenko. The left of a 3 in the middle, Alexander Zinchenko, as we all know, at Man City. In the middle is Taras Stepanenko from Shakhtar Donetsk, age 31.
Good, isn't it?
And then you've got Mykola Sharapenko from Kiev again. That's 6 Kiev players in the team so far. Yarmolenko at West Ham, as we know. And then up top, number 9 position, you've got Roman Yaremchuk from Ghent. And then you've got on the left forward position, you've got Ruslan Malinovsky from Atalanta. So 6 Kiev players there. Will that make a difference for the Ukrainians?
Well, like you were saying, they were favourites for a reason, and you know there's a lot of their top players in there. So
Yeah, it's
you know
big
what I mean.
names, man.
The second team,
North Macedonia.
Can I read it off your one? Because you seem to have like where they play.
Yeah,
what
so if
teams
you
they
just
play
click on that and it tells,
tells
you
you this is alright, isn't it?
Come
It's got
on.
the
One
proper
football.
equipment and
Come on, G.
I mean, I thought that was his memory. He knew who they were.
Number
No,
21, Iljef Elmas.
Love
He's
that.
up
Elmas,
front
you know them.
for.
You know him, don't you?
No.
Thomas?
No, I don't.
Isn't it got where he plays for?
He plays for Napoli, actually, but I didn't know him. No.
Decent.
Pandev, who we do know, he plays for Genoa. Goran Pandev
Still
up front.
going.
Still going, solid. Berardi, number 17 in the hole. Number 10 is in Spain at Levante. And their midfield 4 is Alioski at left wing back, who we do know a lot about.
Ty's favourite.
Doing well at Leeds. Up and down, he's got a massive, wicked engine on him. Stefan Spiforski,
Yeah, man.
AEK Larnaca. Wow, is that Cyprus?
I think it is.
Larnaca.
yeah.
I remember
think it is, though.
when Napa and that, mate, you got to fly into Larnaca to get on, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Larnaca Airport.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Paphos. Arijan Adimi, who is from Dynamo Zagreb. He is the other central midfielder. Number 16, Boban Nikolov. He's at Lis. And the back 3 is made up of number 6, Visar Musili. And he is playing for Ferevar. What team is that? Where are they? Hungarian team.
Wow.
Okay. And Darko Vekovski from Reshka. And they are in the Croatian league. And the last centre-back is Stefan Ritzvoski, and he is at Dynamo Zagreb. And the keeper is Stol Dimitrievski, and he's at Rayo Vallecano over in Spain. How was that for you? That wasn't too bad, was it?
I love watching
decent.
I love watching the national anthems, the fans in particular,
Of fans.
and like how colourful it is, and
Yeah.
how passionate they are, and everything else. And it's just like
I tell you what,
it's lovely, man.
the pictures of the Italians when they sing it, bro.
Passion. Did you see
There's
Bonucci?
passion, but then there's
Bonucci, when it
screaming.
just finished, and he just went, he was just
Honestly,
going for
bro,
it,
the pictures,
Proper.
it's mad. It gives me goosebumps. But do you know what? Reading out some of the teams there that some of these lads play for, I mean,
reminded
you're
me.
representing your country at a Euros, but you're playing in the Croatian second. Like, it's amazing,
crazy,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's a
and
mad
you're playing
story.
against, you know, lads there like Alioski, who's played in the Premier League all season. You'd think, yeah, that's about right. But some of these lads that play for teams we've never heard of, what an opportunity!
That is the
That's
beauty of
it.
it. Tej, would you
100%.
know, like when the season's on and the international break comes, we're always, or a lot of people, I don't know what you say, but a lot of people, this is long, this is crap, you know, England are this or that or the other, or whoever your team is, it's just don't really like international football, 2-week break, whatever. But when the Euros or major championships are on, it's World Cup, whatever, you do see like everyone kind of just get together and they do get behind it. It's good to see. How do you see international football like in general?
I mean, the problem with the kind of international breaks in the middle of the season is that they're just not competitive. It's mainly just managers trying out new players, new formations, friendlies, whatnot. It's boring. Like, let's be honest, it's not exciting. It's just not competitive. But I think when you get to these tournaments, there's just such a competitive edge that is genuinely exciting to watch. Even teams like this, like, you know, normally I wouldn't even bother watching a lot of England games in like an international break because I just don't find them entertaining. But when you get to the Euros, I'm watching 3 games a day because there's just such entertainment and like passion. And as I said, the competitive edge is really what makes it worth watching.
What about, do you care about international football?
Not really.
Only when the tournament's on? Or
Maybe
even now
when
you're a bit
maybe
like...
when the tournaments are on, but I'm still not.
Why is that though? Like,
Is it an English thing?
No, I don't know, man. It's just like I'm so detached from our country anyway, in terms of
in society, just everything.
like with everything in this country in general, man. Just from the way the country's run. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like
I'm so with that, you know.
Yeah,
I'm so with that because people take the mick out of me because I'm a Liverpool fan and they assume that I'm club over country. But if you actually ask anyone sitting here, like, bro, we're all club over country, you know. Maybe that's an English thing. Maybe if we go to Italy and we see how passionate they are, then maybe it's a pride thing and you go country before club. But when it's a weekly thing, man, and like these are the players that, let's face it, we're slagging them off for 9 months, a lot of them, and now it was like similar to what Lee said. But what I have to say as well on the other side of that is the letter that Gareth Southgate wrote to English fans. I think he's clearly trying to unite us all, which I respect. He's on the right side of the argument. You've got to respect it. But if you're telling me, like, what am I more excited for? Liverpool to play Lincoln in the League Cup or England versus Macedonia in a friendly, with all due respect? I'm watching Liverpool in the League Cup, bro, against Lincoln.
Arsenal to win the Premier League or next season or England to win the Euros now?
Well, just personally, I'll take Arsenal. It's a bigger, you know, I put much more of my personal energy, life, money, passion into following Arsenal. It's like it's a personal thing.
It's a crazy thing. Arsenal to win the Premier League.
Like, don't get me wrong. I would love England to win the Euros.
Listen,
I know it is Arsenal.
Listen, you already know my.
Arsenal to win the League Cup, or England
Arsenal
win the
to
Euros.
win any DTFC to win the league ahead of England. All right, absolutely all day long. All day long. I would take Arsenal winning the Emirates Cup.
Just about to kick off, just quickly.
You know what I mean?
Alex, Liverpool to bounce back and win the title, or England win the Euros?
Liverpool win the title, bro. Come on.
You lot are out of order, man.
Come
If
on,
it was
what
between
would
Man
you
United
do?
and England,
Man
I
United
want
to
Man
win the
United
league.
to win that first title since 2013 all day.
There you go.
So that's what I'm saying.
We're all in agreement then, for once.
Yeah, it is
All
weird.
day.
Kick
Kick
off.
off.
We have just kicked off. We have just kicked off. Ukraine versus North Macedonia. If you're just joining us, we're expecting a lively game.
Come on, man.
Ukraine will probably be on the front foot. Let's face it. They're probably going to have a lot of the ball. And look, like, the better players, like obviously got Zinchenko in there, plays a lot for Man City. They're playing him left of a free in midfield, not even left back. That's to say, like, you know what I mean, you're a big boy player. You've won a lot. We need more from you, like, we need, you know, in our nation. So.
Am I right in thinking, you know Pandev who scored in the last game?
Yeah.
Is he the Don that scored that fucking half volley from the halfway line for Inter Milan?
No, that was Stankovic.
No, that was Stankovic.
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 My guy, man.
But that was the
gonna
same
say the
team.
guy
That
with
was
the
a
funny
like
hair,
treble-winning team.
Yeah.
He's blatantly had his hair
9-10.
transplant done, hasn't he?
Pandev was in that team
I
when they won the
know.
treble.
Sanduk says, where are Sophie and Troops? Their teams are playing. I don't know where they are. And Meduin says, big up Flex. And Rivolzi says, up the Macedonians. And Yami Yugi says, Ukraine better win. I bet on them a big boy bet.
Jeez, come on. Betting when the fun stops, obviously.
100%. So Ukraine just clearing their lines at the moment. Macedonia trying to put
Do you know
a little
what?
bit of pressure on.
This stadium, there's a few pockets of empty seats, but for the majority, it looks like it's a decent atmosphere in Budapest.
What did you lot make of? That's what I was going to say.
Budapest.
In Budapest. What did you lot make of the full stadium?
It's just so good to see that passion back, because it's like that's what footballers lack the most. That in the last kind of since the pandemic started, really, it's just the fans. Like there's such an important part of the game, and when you get to a tournament like this, you need the fans behind you. I mean, this isn't a this tournament or these games going on. It's not an average Premier League game or a cup game in England. It's an international tournament. You want fans there supporting their teams, and it's just so good to see the passion.
It was big, innit? I have to say, because I went to the England game and it was 20,000, and like I was kind of torn because there was so much empty seats, which you obviously know why. So you're like, this spectacle, like this deserves to be. Everyone deserves to see this, especially a full stadium. But then on the other hand, you're like, look at the ball over the top here. For Macedonia, it's overhit that. You look at the year that it's been, the last 18 months or whatever it is, and you think just to have a little bit of it back is definitely.
You got to think 2 months ago, fans weren't even barely allowed in stadiums. So to have kind of even 25-30% of this stage is not a bad thing.
However, it needs to go up to 45, I'd say, at Wembley.
It's going up to 50 for the knockout stages.
Knockouts, which is great to hear because realistically...
What, regardless of whatever happens with Boris and the night, I'm confused with it all.
Stop listening to that pussy hole now, man.
Listen, poor Robbie will have his stream cancelled if you get me started on that situation.
Yeah, don't get all political, I'm just saying.
No, it's just a joke,
he's just
man.
the guy who
He's been locked up for over a year now. Some of us, me in particular, have been locked up more than most.
Oh, he's rolling
because
around.
of certain things that have gone on.
Has he been elbowed in the face?
No, I think it was when he's high foot.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And now it's like, another month. It's like, come on, man.
When does it stop?
Do you know what? It's one of them, innit? I think we're all at the other end of it, frustrated and stuff like that.
Listen, I see them at the G7 summit.
Yeah.
Hugging up
and they're all
kissing
standing there with each other with face masks on, like introducing each other
and
to.
And then they take them all off.
And then they literally sit down on the chair from where they're standing and they take the masks off. I'm like, are you making us look like idiots now? Why are you wearing the mask? Is this a COVID thing? You can't catch it when you sit down. But when you stand up, you can, so make sure you wear your mask. Get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean? Man. Why are we taking advice from a man that can't even brush his hair? Get out of it, man.
Let's stick to football.
What I will say...
Facts, though.
What I will say, though, is that, like you said, though, the Wembley game...
flipping it, the keeper's... dive, blood.
Imagine that's going to go in.
That was a zinger.
50,000 fans will be great for knockouts, and it's at Wembley, innit? Lively start, this.
Trust me.
This is a lively start. The keeper's... He's come out and done some mad acrobatic thing there as well. Could have broke himself.
Coming like Tim Krul.
Isn't it? Why didn't he just catch it? What's he doing?
Rate it,
like
though.
full Superman through the air.
Superman, yeah.
That's how keepers just do themselves, man. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure about these Macedonia kits, I can't lie. You know, like the Pro Star kits from Sunday League days?
Yes.
Oh,
it fits awful on them as well.
They're like that.
Mate, you know where you get one size?
Yeah.
And it's like no matter what you are, you're going to get into that kit.
Yeah.
Whether it's too big, too tight, you're all wearing it.
Pro Star, man.
Andrew C says, big up to DT and Flex, really going to miss you on your nightstand, but understand people move on in life. My favourite moment was when you did Goldbridge impression with KG. Big up yourself, Andrew. Love for that, my friend. And Harry Doherty's laughing at the keeper. He's a Chelsea fan. He's got Chelsea badge there, saying Superman vibes.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what that's, and keepers like that, you pull up, get injury, mash up your elbow, and that, all because you just didn't want to chill and just gather the ball.
I don't understand why keepers can't catch balls anymore. That's literally their first
job. It's all about
job.
palming it away.
I know, but being a goalkeeper is literally about keeping the goal safe. And if you're out here doing one-hand punches and two-hand punches instead of just... I'm sorry, the surface area of doing that, I'm sure, is bigger than the surface area
when you're in
of doing
school,
that.
Put your W's up, mate.
Yeah.
Put your W's up, catch the ball.
I'm just like, how is that better than that?
Ukraine on the attack now, down the right-hand side.
Some whack keepers out there, man.
Oh, he's chopped him there.
Touch.
Great touch.
Watch him on his left foot, you know.
Zinchenko's on it now.
He's got a left as well. They could do with Shevchenko up top though, man.
Just bring himself on. What a striker he was in his prime, by the way.
I'd say like from 01 to 04, he was a bad man.
Remember we met him? We was talking to him at the FIFA Awards. When we was doing interviews before the game, remember?
Nice guy.
Before the show.
At
that hotel, wasn't it?
Nice guy. Nice guy.
It's like even when you were saying, who was you mentioning earlier? There was someone you was mentioning, and I was like, yeah, we met him at the FIFA Awards.
Who? I remember when we met R9, and then obviously we're just gas, and I'm like, oh my god, there's my greatest player of all time. Like he's like why I watch football. I mean, early corner for Ukraine, good pressure there. Yarmolenko involved again. and met him, and I'm like, full on fanboy, full on starstruck. Oh,
yeah,
no.
it was, wasn't
and
it?
his English is pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
I remember he said, yeah, I'm just here for the party.
Yeah,
for
the
drinks.
after party, that
like
was
the
it.
after party, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves it.
But
man.
he was sound, man.
Big up R9.
That for me, there's still the best moment of that was when you pulled someone over for an interview. Who did you pull over for
Liam
an
Gallagher.
interview? No. And
Gallagher.
De Gea come up behind you.
Oh, I missed him, yeah.
Literally straight after you was doing the interview. Oh no, that was it. You was doing Di Matteo.
Yeah.
No, Roberto Martinez. Sorry,
Roberto
Roberto Martinez. Sorry, interviewing him and literally
Yarmolenko's trying to get. Oh, good save. Good save.
David De Gea come over and was talking to all of us, and you're sitting there trying to do an interview, like.
And I'm looking over.
I'm looking. And he's like, I just want to like
cut this.
Palm him off and say, yeah, sorry, I can't talk anymore. Anyway, David, can I have a chat? And we're just sitting there laughing at him because you could see it in his face. Like,
I was pissed.
No.
I was pissed then.
I've been there when that happens, man.
That was a decent event, man.
The Macedonian keeper, though, has been called into action twice already in the first 8 minutes. Corner to Ukraine now.
That was
Pressure's
it.
on.
That's who you were speaking about.
Who?
The Italian defender.
Ooh.
The Italian defender.
That was
I was talking about him or to him.
You was talking about
Bonucci.
from the national anthem, Bonucci.
Chiellini.
Who was you on about?
No, I was talking about Bonucci. Because
Yeah,
Bonucci
do you
was
remember
going
at
mad
the
in
FIFA Awards?
He was there.
Do you remember the after party, me and him? When he come walking through that part of the... You know, we went to the after party, because we snuck in.
No, you snuck in.
Yeah. And then when he's come
Time for me to... you snuck in.
How did you get in as well then?
I was meant to be there.
No, you wasn't.
I had an actual...
Look at your
thing.
face. Look at his face laughing.
Had
He's
an
trying
accent.
so hard. No, we
out of us
couldn't.
two, who do you think's more likely to
couldn't
sneak into somewhere
get into this
who they ain't supposed to be
We
there?
couldn't get into this actual bit, so it was an after party. But then my highlight of the night was still dancing to Shaka Khan Ain't Nobody with Sean Dyche and Sol Campbell.
Oh yeah, they were in the freak. Macedonia on the attack
The
now.
most random combination. We're sitting there just dancing with them two.
Wow.
And do you know what? And do you know what? Afterwards, like there was all like scaffolding around, and David Gill was just walking past. I was like, "Come back, David! Come back to United. We need signings, please."
Ain't
And he was just
that
doing that.
Idris Elba come walking past as well?
Yeah, with his wife. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
Was that the one that Big Shaq hosted?
He was there.
He did some performance during
Yeah,
the
that could. I think that was the second year.
Yeah, we done
yeah.
two
Was it?
though. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
that was the second
You didn't
year.
do the first one, did you?
No, I done the first and the second. I think the third when it wasn't in
you do-
England anymore.
No, none of us did that
We
one.
went
The
to-
first
it was
did
in
you do that
Paris or
first one
something.
as well, where me
Yeah.
and Troops were causing mayhem?
Yeah. On
That's the one
catwalk-
where
not catwalk,
that's
but
when
on the-
Maradona was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
And
And I remember,
Ronaldo,
and Cristiano Ronaldo came along. He was brought over to us, and like we literally put our arm around him to take a photo, and then you just felt this hand on ours, like
Get off.
and he had this massive security guard with him. And to be fair to Ronaldo, he just no, stopped him and said, no, they're fine, they're all right.
Yeah, it
leave
was
it.
mad.
So
Did you
it's
see,
alright.
Tej, what did you make of all the footballers now are just moving things out the way in the press
Yeah,
conferences?
that seems to be
I
something.
just think the media are making a bigger deal of it than it
Yeah.
really is. It's like, it's a small thing. Like, obviously, Pogba didn't know that it was a non-alcoholic drink, so he just kind of naturally
Yeah.
moved it away. Ronaldo is just one of those things, like...
Do you think he's doing that like because I'm Ronaldo and I can, or is he doing it like I am Ronaldo, so I'm uber fit, so I never have any soft drink? Like, if this was a Pepsi,
It's just kind of his image, isn't it? He just loves kind of promoting
But
that
then
whole...
you say that, but
Yeah,
then
but he's
he
done
was
a
promoting
KFC.
He's
KFC.
He's in.
Go on,
in.
finish.
Square that.
Oh, you
Oh.
sausage.
Great
Yeah.
tackle.
What a tackle.
Bruv, there's a
It took too
picture.
long to make his mind up though. That's a brilliant tackle.
on Twitter when they go, "Is this you?" and he's made a statement, drink water, and then the picture, it's him holding a fucking family bucket.
Yeah,
about
from
20
KFC.
piece of wings in, bruv.
So it's like, yeah,
So it's
all
like
right,
you're
does
chatting
it
shit.
all depend how much money you get? If Coca-Cola turned around and said you get this much, you do
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
their
I'm
stocks
sure.
have dropped by 4 billion.
But
by
you
the
see
way.
that though, yeah? That I'm thinking, all right, in the streets of London or the streets of wherever, because Ronaldo's done that, you're not getting people saying, "Oh, I'm not going to the corner shop to buy a can of Coke now in that hour, so the shares."
It's
have dropped."
all the-
That's people on the Wolf of Wall Street, man. Then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they're the
Yeah,
ones
yeah, yeah.
who are going, "Oh, Ronaldo's just done this thing. It's probably not going to be great for the next
Yeah.
few days. Let's
Yeah.
cash out or something
Yeah.
like that." That's all.
It's not going to affect any kids buying
Nah.
Coca-Cola in the
No
shop,
way.
but because it's been talked about so much in a weird way, the stocks just go down. Like, that's just
He got a touch on that, he would have been in.
Yeah. Yarmolenko's looked lively though, isn't it? He has, which you expect, but especially in this type of game, he's looked lively.
They look threatening going forward, Ukraine.
Yeah, they've, apart from the first couple of minutes where Macedonia were in their third.
Macedonia more just playing kind of off the back foot, trying to lump it forward. They're not
Which is expected. Which is expected, to be fair, for this type of game, I have to say.
What is it about this Alioski, man? He plays as a left back, but yeah, he's got forward numbers.
Yeah, 10 and 8.
He's got 10 at Leeds, isn't he?
You know, he's left Leeds now, you know.
Has he left
Yeah,
Leeds?
he's left Leeds. I don't know which
Where?
club he's gone to, but Alioski's definitely his
Good
contract
player,
run out.
I like
Contract
see
run out, yeah.
Oh, he ran it down.
I think so. Look it up if you.
Because isn't he the one, the reason why Arnautovic has got the ban from the first game?
Yeah.
Did he get a ban for that?
Yeah, he got one game ban.
I see Alaba gripping up his face to say,
Yeah,
bro,
like
shut
say,
the fuck
almost
shut
like
up.
maybe what Robbie might have to do to you after a game or something like this. Oh, he's in. Finish that. He's offside, though, surely.
Poor, man.
He's offside.
Yeah, but you could see him like, shut up before you go. Because that's their best player. Arnautovic is Austria's star man, so.
But yeah, the amount of times Robbie's had to do that to me. Shut up, DT. Don't. It's been the hardest challenge of Robbie's life for the last year, doing live streams.
Yeah, so he's about to become a free agent, Alioski. He's got two more weeks before he becomes a free agent. 2 more weeks. So Leeds are trying to keep him.
Take him at Arsenal?
Who?
Over Bellerin?
Who?
Alioski?
No.
I'd take him just to see Ty's ball piss, mate. That would be hilarious.
mate.
Why does Ty hate him?
Ty hates Alioski?
Because
did he get Pepe
the one
sent
who
off?
got Pepe sent off.
No. Well, let's get it right. Pepe got himself sent off.
Yeah, Pepe, like, he can't do that. But
Pepe got himself sent off.
But you didn't deserve, like, go down like that.
No,
Come
Pepe
on,
deserved to get sent off.
Shut up.
He did.
Get out of it, man.
Can you do that in football today?
No, you can't do it.
What
But,
did he do again?
but he didn't need
lean
to
his
go
head
down
in,
to
innit?
have done that.
Huh?
It was the way he rolled around as though he had just received a Zidane headbutt. Now that's a headbutt. You know what I mean?
Some of this
released it.
defending,
That was proper.
they've got massive
poor.
gaps.
Did you see how uncomfortable was it watching Rudiger just try and bite Pogba?
That was the weird. It was
When
like,
it happened, because it weren't a proper
wasn't
bite,
really
but
a
I was
bite.
like, but I feel like I should have been given it the same energy of Suarez.
yeah.
I know that I know the Suarez thing was a proper grab the bone and like all of that,
Teeth marks
but I
business.
was like, because we like the two players. I know Liverpool fans obviously like Suarez, but it was Macedonia on a break here.
But yeah, he still.
It just felt a
the
bit weird. I felt
intention,
uncomfortable watching it and even in the studio they couldn't.
Oh, he's cut
chopped
inside.
him.
That's great.
Oh,
Wow.
Go on. Oh,
What the hell was
It's
that?
for a throw. He's
know
tried
what?
outside of the boot as well.
Tried the outside the
throw,
foot.
mate.
with the Rudiger
he's caught it
thing,
with the instep.
DT will know all about this, and you will as well. You know in Sunday League, when you get them dons who are at centre-back and they pinch you on the back of the leg, they stand on your boot, they might give you an elbow.
Yeah.
It was almost as if Rudiger's watched fucking, like, I don't know, the Ham and
Listen,
Horse
you get it all
football
the
club.
time.
Yeah.
And he's doing Sunday League tactics.
It
I
even
don't get
happens,
it.
you say that Sunday League, but it happens in non-league as well. You do loads. You can stand there on a corner on a cold day, and at a corner you're just sitting there, and you just make sure you put your studs into the toes of the defender and be like,
Worst.
sorry,
Yeah.
just
100%.
accidentally stepped on
Yeah,
your foot.
it's all
Like,
part of
As
the
they're
game.
about to
apologise
jump,
me.
stand on
Do you know what I
them
mean?
and-
You've had
yeah.
ones where you're standing there, like the Paul Gascoigne, most infamous picture incident. That happens all the time. You see that picture and you think, Jesus, trust me, that happens a lot.
grabbing up willies
where they're
in the
grabbing up
box.
people's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah, it's not good.
that's part
Who
of
did that
the
recently?
man.
Do you think do you think that should have been made more of that? Like, are you surprised it didn't really?
Well, the Rudiger incident.
Yeah, but I know they said they might look into it as well. But
Yeah, it's one of those things that like everyone on Twitter, the media normally latches onto, but I just think the game was just, there was so much.
Hold on a sec, Macedonia in here.
Go on, lad.
Cut back.
Come on, I want
Let's go
Macedonia
straight
to
back.
win this. I want,
Yeah, just to make it interesting.
Just to
They had a really
underdog.
good
100%.
chance a minute ago.
Yeah, sorry, Tej, Karen.
It was just that there were 100 other things going on. Obviously, like that video of the parachuter going into the stadium, and obviously.
Oh,
that's
he's probably
unlucky.
too far across the
Like
front.
my man, how's he going into the stadium getting caught on
Hold
the
on a minute.
wire?
He smashed up the
That
dugout, bro.
was, do you know what? Yeah, I saw
dangerous.
Deschamps just like, rah, like,
He was
stuff
like-
Yeah,
dropping
like, do you
down.
see the stuff
But
drop down and hit him in the head?
Rudiger's gone up to him, and I'm like, in this world, there are crazy people, you know. Like, how have you organised
you-
that? Right, pick me up at this time, yeah.
Get a plane.
Get to this height. Drop me just at this time, so that just as it's about to kick off, I need to land because I'm going to be travelling at 2.56 whatever kilo knots, however it's measured. I don't know. Like it was, and then he had. You see the equipment he had on him,
Bro.
Like, How do you organise that?
Greenpeace have been setting it up for months.
Mate,
you don't just go out and get a fucking
But
plane.
then the fact he goes and gets caught on the camera
Oh,
wire.
no.
What, it was a spider cam, wasn't it, that you dragged
that
down?
thing that goes through the air.
But
doesn't
actually,
it?
it's not actually funny because it's proper dangerous. You're
Oh
right,
yeah,
there's
because
things dropping
have
down.
you seen the aerial view of like the actual incident? Of
No.
him
He was like
mate, when he hit
12
it,
inches away from
mate,
hitting fans when he was
literally came in nice, and then you can see
went
the
mad.
moment because you can't actually see the wire on the video, and all of a sudden he just went and started going like this, and then as he come down, he nearly went to the dugout area, and then he hit the fans, and I was like, when you look at it in hindsight now, you can laugh because you know that everyone's safe and it's fine. But there could have been a real.
That was dangerous.
Even
That
when you
was
see the
dangerous,
image of Deschamps standing on the
the thing
all the
was
shit coming
whatever
down.
it was.
if that would have slapped him in the head,
Yeah.
Bruv.
do you know what I
Wouldn't
mean?
have been funny.
It's not very Greenpeacey, really, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like the
quite
opposite of
anti-Greenpeace.
yeah.
It's litter, if anything.
No, that was crazy. I didn't see it till afterwards. I was like, what?
Yeah, there's always some madness going on.
He had it
in the
under
world, isn't
control.
Oi, Megs,
If he was at empty
Yeah, nice,
stadium,
nice.
that would be calm.
isn't it? Cut back again.
Oh,
Oi, nice.
Thunder,
Oi, this
forward
tempo,
on.
nice
Good man,
tempo.
forward.
here.
37-year-old.
He's looking for a cutback. He's got. Oh, I thought I was going to cut back.
There's a good tempo to this game. To
Looks
be
quite an
fair
open game, though,
to
doesn't it?
Macedonia, they're not just sitting back,
They're not,
camping out, trying to hit them
You
on
would
the
feel
counter
there's
attack.
goals coming in this in the first half. Even,
Yeah.
like,
You need an early goal, innit? Games like this, you need an early goal. Coming up to the 18th minute, and it's been, if you're just joining us, obviously it's 0-0, but it's been a very end-to-end game, eventful game, yeah, man.
I think Macedonia have held themselves well.
Yeah, for real.
Easily the worst kit in the Euros. This might be the face.
What, the Macedonia one or the
I
Ukraine
think
one?
both of them might be the two worst in the whole thing.
They're
And I
just
think,
plain.
and I think yesterday when we saw Finland, Russia, there's two of the best kits in the Euros, I'd say.
Gideon MJ says apparently he didn't mean to actually land in the stadium.
Well,
Where the hell was
what
he
did he
landing?
mean to do? With?
I don't know. That's
What was
what
his
he said.
actual plan?
I don't know.
What's the point of the stunt then if you're not going to land in the
Maybe he
stadium?
meant to
and
just
no one
fly
sees
over
you?
it. Maybe he was meant to fly over it.
No one sees you, so how's it meant to be a stunt?
Yeah, he definitely
The
was.
message
course
is
he
on
was
the
meant
top
to
of
be
his
in.
parachutes. People need to see the top of the parachute. You can't do that outside.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to land outside the stadium when everyone's inside.
Doing up fan cams outside.
Do you know what I mean? Hoping that Robbie was outside
Yeah.
doing a fan cam and he's going to come flying past.
Just landed it.
Do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
But the printing of that parachute, and they've taken that to the printers. They've called up the phone. They've called up the plane company and said, "Can we get a flight path?" There's prep. That's not just a let's do this for a laugh.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, that's.
Jared McCormack coming through the super chat. Big up, Jared. Jared says, DT and Flex, big love from Melbourne, Australia. Love your work. Please tell the rumour about Ramsdale to Arsenal is 100% fake because he's pathetic. I'm going to go on camera now and say that rumour is 100% not fake because it's Arsenal and they're jokers, so they would be trying to get
it doesn't
Ramsdale.
surprise. Sell Martinez last year for 20 million and go
Get
out and buy
Ramsdale.
one of the worst English keepers around for what? Fucking
do you know what?
25, 30 million.
Do you know what, yeah? I'm not trying, well, I am trying to wind you up, but I'm just going to say it because it's true. The disrespect put on Arsenal was a joke. It's valid, but what I'm saying is, you lost out to
Yeah, but
Aston
that's
Villa
because
for
of the clowns at
Buendia.
the club like
They
Edu.
come in and try
Yeah.
to put 25 million on Emil Smith-Rowe's head and try and take one of your best,
Ain't never
along with
gonna
Saka, young player coming through.
Ain't never going to happen.
It's not going to happen, but I'm saying the fact that they sat in a boardroom and think,
And said,
you know
let's
what?
try it, let's
we just
try
beat
it."
them to Buendia.
Yeah, and
Let's
what was
just
the
try and
other
take
one?
Smith-Rowe off.
Nah, Flex. Roma put in like a 12 million bid for Xhaka or whatever.
12.
Yeah.
Oh,
DT,
yeah,
did you
Jose.
see that? It's like insulting.
Because
That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
more of an
it's-
insulting thing. Like, I'll laugh because I'm a rival fan because it makes me
We
laugh.
have
But
the
you guys must be
worst.
fuming. That is a piss take.
We have the worst transfer dealings going.
It's Edu, surely.
We have the
Chance.
worst.
Big chance. Oh, I couldn't cover it. Kasif Asama says they were super close to sniping the guy, but saw something on the parachute and realised it's not dangerous.
Sniping?
Do you know what? If you think about it, all right, I don't know how true that
you
is,
imagine
but
that
you
sniping?
think of how like what security is like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's lucky. You know what I mean?
You
That
don't
my
know
man's
what
there
that
with
Being
a
in
sniper.
people's airspace and all them kind of
No, but
things and
that's-
it's dropping
you
out
don't know
sky.
what that guy's intentions were to get
Exactly.
into the stadium.
Bro, he
and-
could have had a bomb strapped to his
Yeah.
back.
You don't know.
You never know. And
don't know.
Rudiger's going up to him like, "You all right, mate?"
With some of the incidents that have happened in the world, like horrible things,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
true. So that's, you know, although that might sound a bit funny, it's actually quite serious because you don't know his intentions and it
Yeah.
could have hurt a lot of people.
Yeah,
Could've hurt a lot
that's
of
the
people.
thing. You never know what Alex was saying there is if he did have something in his bag,
Yeah.
Bro.
that would have been catastrophic. Like like
Proper.
it doesn't even bear thinking.
It could have ended the tournament like then and there,
It
basically.
could have ended like a lot of people's lives, including like the players. When you
100%.
think Rudiger, like you said, has
Going
gone
up to
up
him,
to
you
him.
don't know, yeah.
So you imagine Rudiger doesn't know and just thinks, "Oh, you're all right," and the guy's
boom.
got a detonator in his hand or whatever. I know that might sound so far-fetched or whatever.
Yeah, but the truth is, you don't know. And that's,
You
and that's
don't
the thing
know.
about it.
But this is the thing, they spend literally like hundreds of millions like, on security for these events, both
Yeah.
outside, around, travelling, everything. And one guy just comes in with his parachute and literally undermines like
Yeah, because
tens
it
of
does
millions
undermine
worth of
everything.
security.
Yeah.
Because even to a lesser extent, I say lesser extent, it's just as serious. But you know, how do you know that the guy hasn't got something like a knife
Yeah.
or even a gun or something like that?
It's that not knowing what the intentions are.
And their
of
intention
anything.
is to get major publicity.
Yeah.
They don't care about their own life. They care about the cause of what they feel they're protesting for, whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean? So, and as you see, there's people out there that actually sacrifice their own life for whatever reason they see fit. So, who's to say?
In this world today, man, you never know. Like, here we go, another attack, 4-on-4.
Good defended.
Oh, good
That's
defending there, but
unlucky.
we cycled the ball. Yeah,
Cut in,
cut in,
cut in,
left foot goal.
cut in,
Cut in,
cut
left foot
in.
goal.
Oh,
Oh, he went for it.
Oh,
Superman, this
Superman!
keeper.
Superman!
He's on some Clark Kent stuff, I'm telling you.
Superman.
He's
This
just,
goalkeeper's on a
he
Superman
on?
mission.
I don't know, why did he not just come out and catch it? They do say to go and goal, you do have to be of a certain...
Yeah, here he comes again. Hey!
You know if you're in the stadium, then you do
Mate,
that.
he
Hey,
needs
he's
a
actually
cape.
caught one.
He needs
He's
a
like
cape.
Cal the Dragon, just trying to bat
Even the way he
everything away,
caught that
man.
was like he wanted to punch it.
Then he needs a cape.
Yeah, I'm like so predictable. You know the worst thing about like a left-footed player
know
who
he's
does
gonna
You know where they're going? It's like, Robin was the best.
Salah, same thing.
But Robin, to me, is still the
Mahrez,
best
all
because
Mahrez, even
Silva.
Damien Duff. I
He's
remember
the OG.
Damien Duff used
He's
to
the
do it all the
OG.
time.
Robin, you always were like, show him on the left,
Jink,
don't show him on his
jink,
left because
jink,
he's going to
jink.
go and pull it in the top bins.
And
So
he would
what-
still find the way.
And
So
he
what are we
still
saying then?
does
So because
it.
what? If you just stand to their left to show them the right, why can't you just do that?
Because
you
what
say
they
all
do,
this,
because
yeah,
what they
and
do,
we
they
could
go
do
to
it,
go
but
right, and their feet are
still,
so
man.
quick that they can then shift back to the left.
Yeah.
Because Robin, how many times did you see a defender size him up like
Yeah,
that,
and try and
and then
show
he
him.
would be like this, and then boom, drop
And he
of a
did it
shoulder.
to literally the
He
best
needed the
defenders
half
in
a
the
yard.
world every
He
single
needed
week.
just that little half a yard he needed to just go, right, thank you, got my angle, bye.
Yeah.
Did it all the time. So it didn't matter what you did as a defender because it was just it was more in the body and his movement than his actual application of delivering the shot.
Yeah.
Because
you're
that
the-
opened up the space for him. Unbelievable,
If you're
man.
the manager, you're obviously going to say, show Robin on his right, show Robin on his right, playing down the line. You can say all of that.
Show him outside. Show him
Bro,
outside.
like that's what DT would be saying if DTFC was playing against someone with a nice left foot. He'd be, but when it's there and then, and they drop a little shoulder and you see it go in the top bins, what can you do?
But then when that happens as well, when the defender or the person who's trying to obviously stop him, if they're not a defender, if they're another midfielder, just get them back. They know they're in trouble as soon as they do come in on that, and then the person starts faking to shoot. Because then you're like, shit, like he is going to let go, but I don't know when. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can see why. And like I said, Robin made his whole career off that. Didn't even need to use his right foot.
I thought you just
just
said
for
Robbie.
walking on.
Robbie?
Yeah.
No, not Robbie.
Robbie just made his whole career. I was like, when was Robbie opening up his body and bending them in the top corner?
No, back in the day, man. Robbie probably playing for Portmore FC or something, Spanish Town FC or something.
Mate, that was like in about 1950. I'm waiting to get a text in a minute. But like, I'm watching, you know.
This guy's gone down holding his throat at the moment. I'm guessing
Everyone-
we're probably going to see a replay.
No, it's holding.
That
to
doesn't
taking
resemble
their tape
anything as bad as that reaction.
Oh,
And that's
that's,
exactly
a,
what
that's a
I'm
foul, bro. It's a foul.
He's blocked him off, but
That's-
he's doing this. Like,
we shouldn't be rolling
I really
on the floor
can't
for
breathe.
like-
Like, do you know
No,
what I
that's a
mean?
pathetic excuse for a tackle, though. He's just pushed him in the
Yeah,
neck
it's a
with
block. It's
two
a foul.
hands.
It's a foul. Oh, it wasn't even a foul.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, it should have been a foul. On the officials though of the Euros, I have to say,
Look at the
VAR. I think the way it's been used, or the lack of, because
So
it's been
good.
good.
So good.
I think it's been
It's
good.
Yeah,
shaming
better.
these clowns.
The
at
Premier League need to take a look at
But
how
what we
UEFA
said-
have implemented it.
It's not VAR that's the problem, it's the incompetent people that are using it.
100%.
And I had a theory towards the end of the season, and I'm still adamant on this. I genuinely believe that the English officials are deliberately making it a mockery so we get rid of it.
What? You think they're
Because
doing it
it
shit on
undermines
purpose?
their position. Because you look now, how many times have you seen a referee go, like happened to, what's his name, 2 games in a row with a sending offs, Mike Dean.
Yeah.
And they overturned him.
Oh, is it now?
Look at the Southampton guy at Manchester United when he got sent off.
Oh, Bednarek.
Bednarek, yeah.
And then it got overturned.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there was multiple times. So what it's doing is saying to the officials, you are getting a second opportunity to see the incident and you're still getting it wrong.
But when they go to see it as a
So it
second time,
undermines
oh
them.
no, but when they send, my thing is when they send the referee to go and have a look, like
And he
the
still gets it
referees are
wrong.
like, I ain't going against the people that pay me, mate. I'm
Yeah,
going to
but-
change it.
But it's what I'm saying.
They never stay with their decision.
I just genuinely believe now that they're making it look such a mockery because it
Yeah.
undermines them.
But this proves it
so
can
they
be
get
used
rid of
properly.
it.
But I kind of disagree because I just think they're too fucking incompetent to use it properly. Full stop. Like we
What,
know
the people
we know
using
English,
it, what, not the referees,
Oh,
dude.
all of them. The referees,
Everyone
the people,
involved.
And
at
half of the
Stockley
people,
Park,
and
all
the
of them.
majority of the referees that use it have never played the game.
Yeah, you look at
So there's
one
certain
of the
incidents.
one of the main VAR guys. I'm not sure what his name is, like
David
Jared
Coote.
Gillett or whatever, the Australian ref. Never refereed basically in England. Never followed kind of the.
But there
flow of the
were
English game, doesn't
incidents.
understand what the
There were
fans
certain
want.
incidents last season involving VAR where something has happened and it's
Yeah,
it's a
Yarmolenko.
great ball.
Oh, he's tried to think. Oh.
And they were simple
They are pressing
incidents
though,
that
Ukraine, they
happen
are.
as part of football. What was the game near towards the end of the season? Was it a West Ham game against Chelsea? Was it
What?
where he's gone to clear the ball?
Oh
and he
yeah,
got-
I think it was one of the West Ham players got sent off.
Yeah, he cleared the ball. That's it. He cleared it down the
Was
line.
it Diop?
It was no,
And he's-
was it Balbuena?
I think so. And his follow through, like
think it was.
they come to.
Someone probably
Everyone
put it in the
watching it
comments.
straight
Chapman,
away
yeah.
looked at him, were like, "Yeah, it's a complete and utter accident.
Yeah.
There's no intention of anything whatsoever." And if you've played the game, you understand
You know
that that's
that,
part
yeah.
and parcel of it. And the referee.
Whoa, there it is.
There it is.
Goal.
Yeah, there it is.
1-0.
There's the first
Yarmolenko.
goal.
And they deemed it to be a.
1-0.
That's been
to-
coming, to be fair.
It has been
That's
coming,
has been.
Yeah, especially from this man Yarmolenko as well. He's been
I
he's
told
been
you
top
it wouldn't
draw.
be 0-0.
Macedonia have been undone. They started all right and they tried to give as good as they got, but the quality of Ukraine, and you spoke about all them players that are in there, Alex, and
Macedonia,
Sean.
Yeah, they're poor defensively at the end of the day. Just on VAR, I think the biggest one for me was when Pickford did that to Van Dijk. Now, he got away with that because they put an offside flag up. So they said anything that happens after that.
It's not the
So
game's active,
what?
yeah.
So an offside goes up, I can just punch you in the face and it will just because
No, but
the flag's
but
up.
that would be intentional though.
But bro,
Like,
you
he didn't
can't tell
mean
me
to-
that.
he
No, you
didn't mean
can't
to
tell
do
me that
that.
wasn't
Well,
intentional.
the keeper nearly got that, you know.
Yeah, he did.
You can't tell
What,
me
you
what
said-
Pickford did to Van Dijk
Oh, it's
wasn't
gone for his leg.
intentional.
Oh no, it hasn't gone for his
Look.
leg. He's nearly swiped it. It's
It's
that
a tight
close.
angle.
Yeah. The Pickford thing. Was he running over to Van Dijk to tear his ACL?
But
No.
why do you
He
you
wasn't.
answer
I'm
me
gonna
this
say
though,
he's not.
Flex?
He
Why
wasn't.
is a keeper running out with 2 feet in the air when he's a goalkeeper?
Listen, it's a horrible tackle, but what I'm saying is I don't believe that he ran towards Van Dijk because he thought
He
the
didn't-
whistle's
he didn't
gone.
know it was
I'm
offside
gonna
at
go
that
and
point,
get
to
him.
be fair.
Like he's just done a Pickford, which is just rash.
But bro, that's a red card every time, bro.
But then also
Every time.
for
Where
me,
do you draw the line then if the whistle
the
has been
biggest
blown
one for
though?
me was David Luiz's sending off against Wolves.
That was ridiculous.
What happened in that one again?
Where he didn't touch
The
him.
one
and
where he
got
never
sent off.
actually touched him and he let him
just
go.
before half time.
And he let him go, but because he's running in front of him, as his legs lifted up in the air in his running motion, it's
Yeah, but
clipped.
that was funny though.
Like, and then the best bit is that they
He's
turn
actually
around,
showing
the
it.
officials have turned around and said, if you actually would have wiped him out and made a tackle,
Yeah, would
tried
have
to
been- you
make,
would- yeah.
you would have got a yellow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like, well, hold on a minute, you've let him go to say, I'm
Yeah.
not getting sent off here, go. You
And
know
you
what I
get
mean?
sent off.
And you get sent off. But yet, if I go and completely wipe him out, I'm getting a yellow.
Yeah, but it's
How
funny
is
'cause
the
it was really
logic?
It was funny. That was
Do you
brilliant.
get what I mean?
It's
And
when you
there's
say it
no
like that,
logic in it.
it's mental. It's absolutely mental. And
Yeah.
they're talking about
Scandalous
introducing
decision.
thicker lines.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna fucking make any difference. Thicker
Get
lines.
refs who aren't as fucking thick, and
Yeah.
then you'll actually
Maybe-
start seeing some.
These
Not
lot,
as
these
thick
lot,
refs.
these lot are killing the rest right now. Super chat here from PF Jim says, if Ronaldo says don't drink Coke, many kids won't. And
Exactly.
That's good,
Ronaldo
though.
says don't drink Coke. Robbie says don't sniff Coke. Yeah, see? Isn't it?
He says
does.
don't drink Coke, but eat KFC. And get a Pepsi instead.
Math Taylor says, if a low-flying plane has no radio contact and is heading towards an arena, it will be shot down by a German Air Force. That message,
German Air Force.
that message saved the guy's life. Wow.
This is what I mean, right? So there's helicopters up in the air during these games. There must be. For
Yeah,
security.
patrolling the airspace
So
and
there's
stuff, yeah.
there's helicopters up there, and they're going Hang on,
Mate,
lads.
when
There's
there-
something
when-
coming
when
in here.
there's,
It's Greenpeace. Oh, sweet. Leave it.
When there's an aircraft in airspace and it's unidentified, like you see how quickly they put them fighter
they
jets.
scramble
Yeah,
the jets.
straight up.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
They scramble on them. Listen, and them things, that's like Top Gun.
Yeah.
That's like
But
mate.
if they
And then
did
literally
shoot
just
down that
boom.
plane, it
Like-
would have killed loads of
It's
people.
on it. It's-
It is straight onto it. What did you say?
If they
Listen.
shot it down,
Ah.
imagine if they were like, this is a danger, it's unidentified, we don't know what it is. They shot it down, and then that plane lands on the fucking
No,
pitch.
because
where
what they
there's
do
10
is
players there.
they locate it, and then they give it the opportunity. Right, you now need to identify yourself,
If not,
and then they give them the warning.
How
and
do you know?
Huh?
How do you know?
Come on, man.
Hold on a minute.
man's doing up
Hold on a minute.
pilot
Hold
lessons.
on. DT went, nah, this is what they do. They say this, and then they.
No, he's watched
You've been
Top
in
Gun.
the-
He's
It
watched
is,
Top
no,
Gun.
No, Top Gun. It is. Yeah, Top Gun.
I'm listening to this
business.
guy thinking, he's not in no SAS.
Hey,
He ain't in
listen.
no armed forces.
Nah, do you know what it is
how,
from?
how do you
Nah,
know?
he's just
Bruv,
watched Top Gun
have you
once.
never seen Steven Seagal do it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's in a film.
Do you know what I mean?
How do you know that's the protocol?
Because it is.
It sounds like it makes
You
sense.
played
though.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, bro. That's what he's been doing.
Well, that's what
Bro,
it is, man.
it does make sense. Like,
There's all
one
that
chance,
stuff, man.
tell us who you are, or else we're going to blow up your thing.
But
Yeah.
that's what they do. But
Snakes
snakes
on
on
a
a
plane.
plane. There you go.
Snakes on a
Exactly.
plane.
I've never
Nicolas
watched that,
Cage.
so I'm scared of snakes.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
Motherfucking
is
snakes
that
on this
And I'm scared
motherfucking
of
plane.
spiders as well, so I've never watched 8.
You got to think as well. You know they can refuel an aircraft mid-air,
Yeah, I do know that.
like with the other flying over it, and then they
Yeah.
attach the hose
Yeah.
into it. It's like,
That
man,
is true.
Can you imagine being on the motorway and you're like, Flex is ringing me, like, bro, I'm about to run out of petrol. I'm like, oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my
No,
way.
you wouldn't say that. You
No,
would
I'll
say
be
tough.
like, tough.
You say
Get
tough.
to the garage.
You're not a nice person. So
I'm
you wouldn't
leaving
do
you
that.
there, man.
I'm saying,
See ya.
you'll be
if
the
you're
last
wrong,
person
if
I
you're
really
wrong,
want to
Robbie,
do that.
he won't answer.
Well, he's got no petrol to give you. He's got a fucking electric
Yeah, he's got an
car.
electric thing now, hasn't he? Go-kart.
Getting on it. They're looking for this. He's offside.
Oh,
Surely
he's-
that-
he's
on,
going-
he's on.
He's
That's on.
He's
He's
off.
Go!
There's a second one. I don't know. It looks
2-0.
offside to me.
It's a goal.
I think he was a
the
goal.
goal.
It's
It's
on
left
line.
VAR.
It was on
On
line.
VAR.
I think it
That
was
very
onside.
tight.
It was the
gonna
guy
go
on the
to-
other side of the pitch playing him on.
It's going to go to
It's
VAR.
another goal for Ukraine against Macedonia.
I think that was on.
It has
I
been
reckon
coming.
that's on, man.
I think that was on.
I think
Okay.
it's
And
on.
that was a
Everyone-
very good finish.
It's just
Yeah, it
poor
was, near
defending.
post, very
Yeah.
poor
I
defending.
actually think he didn't step up in time.
He
I
doesn't
think
know.
he's saying I don't know. He's not sure. It looked offside to me. Very tight, but we'll have to
Let's have
see
a look.
now.
The lines will help us. Oh, he's well on.
Oh, he's on.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
it's
he's
well
on.
onside. But ooh,
He's
that's
on.
No, but when it
Nah,
does
but
the
no
line
Premier
thing,
League stupid lines.
yeah, the
That's
Premier,
a goal,
in the
that's
Premier
it.
League one, they'll probably give that as offside when they get the line.
I'll tell you one thing. Very, very
Great ball
good
there.
officiating upon the linesman
Yeah.
Yeah,
to get that.
Good finish as well, actually.
yeah.
It
But
is.
then, no,
where,
but
like-
even, no, but you say to get that though, DT. But even if you thought it was offside,
That
you
is
have
a
to
good
keep the
finish.
flag
Yeah,
down,
but
innit?
what I also say as well is that in those positions where it's that tight is where you should have the
You gotta love
advantage
international
to
football.
the
look at that
attacker.
action, man.
The attacker should get the advantage when
Hence
it's
All the
that
time.
tight.
Yeah,
That
Always.
guy was hench, you know.
proper.
Always.
He's ready. I think the goal does.
So 3-0
Stand.
prediction looking good, Flex.
2-1
Yeah.
still on for me.
35th minute. Yeah, Shevchenko's happy. No need for him
Sheva.
to take off the shirt and tie and get on there.
Man like
I think we'll
Sheva.
get a good second
And the
half
goal
now,
does
given
stand
that-
2-0.
2-0.
Macedonia, this looks like a really daunting task now. I think the first 8 minutes, I think we were saying they was trying to give
They had
us
a really
what
good
they
chance
got,
as well.
But they're
They
going to have
did.
to come out in the second half now and try and do something. So I
Yeah,
could
and
see
then
this even
they'll
ending
probably get
3 or
caught on a
4.
break
Yeah.
and it should be over.
This
you-
game's in the balance now.
You think Ukraine are trying to get their goal difference up as well? 'Cause
Yeah.
You don't. The last game's obviously against Austria.
That'll
and
be a
that's going to
tough
be.
game.
It's going to be a tough
Ukraine-Austria.
game. It's a pretty even game that.
Yeah.
And obviously, assuming Ukraine win this, Austria they'll need a point to qualify from. Well, both teams will probably need a point because I think you'll go through with 4 points.
Yeah, you will.
So, but it's just going to be the obviously
Goal
Austria
difference.
winning 3-1. Ukraine might need the goal difference to finish above Austria if it's a draw in the last game.
So Ukraine's goal difference right now is +1, right?
Yeah, +1, and Austria's is +2.
Tough.
Who said it there? Fruitfly says North Macedonia going home like Turkey. And Hussein Abbas says Ukraine potential dark horses. Is that a bit extra? Are we saying, or
No, because
the way
they've,
they're
they've
playing,
I mean,
organised?
don't get me wrong, they played well against the Netherlands, but you look at the quality of North Macedonia, I I don't think Ukraine are that good. They've just got a weak opposition. They did play well against the Netherlands, but you saw they still lost.
I'd like to see them play Portugal or Belgium or someone like that.
Because that's the thing about tournament football. He's got good feet, isn't it? That's the thing about tournament football. Like you said, it's not necessarily about...
Corner?
He's going to get a pen. Oh, no,
I think that was the corner.
It's not necessarily about like how glamorous the performances are. You have to, like you said...
It's just about grinding out wins.
Grind out the result, but also, like in the boxing, it's a bit cliche, but the styles makes fights kind of thing. Like, just because you might see someone scrape a 1-0 and they look underwhelming, that doesn't mean they can't play one of the bigger nations, stink the place out, be tight, hard to break down, compact, and nick it. Do you know what I mean?
So I'm just looking now. Ukraine, if they finish second, will play the winner of Group A, which is Italy.
Italy,
supposedly.
yeah.
Okay. Italy looks strong.
So that would be a good game. Ukraine, Italy.
And people were sleeping on Italy. Let's talk about Italy for a bit, actually. Italy, people
Looking
saying
good.
this, that, and the other, that they're washed, they're in the transition, etc. They haven't got that.
I don't think anyone was saying that because they were 27, 26 games unbeaten coming into the tournament.
No loss since September 2018.
And I didn't understand it. When I did hear some people saying that, I didn't really understand why they were just...
now, isn't it? Look.
It has. This could be a free and off past the pad FIFA settings.
I think at the end of the day, you're only really judged as an international team on major tournaments. Like
Yes.
all the Nations Leagues and qualifying, great. You're playing shit teams every week. That's just
Exactly.
the reality of it. So when push comes to shove, Italy have done very well.
Do you know what I think they should
Want a chocolate
do?
finger?
Nah, I'm alright, man. Do you know
Want a
what I
chocolate
think?
finger?
Yeah, go on.
Do you know what I think
I'm
that
good, cheers.
Finger.
No, I'm good.
they should do? Yeah, for these European competitions, you know, like the qualifier, they should have one group, like for the Euros or the World Cup, one group that is only full of all the whipping boys that get battered every single game, to give a couple of them an opportunity of going to the Euros or a World Cup, etc. Like your San Marinos, teams like that. So the
Gibraltar's,
the smaller nations.
lowest bottom ranked.
Yeah, but then you
teams.
complain at a tournament like this when you just see shit teams like, well, not
No,
shit
because
teams,
you're talking
but
about
lower
one or
quali-
two.
Sorry?
Oh,
He's
good
in.
ball, he's in.
Pandev.
He's Pandev! Oh!
He's off!
Offside.
Allow it, my guy
He's
as well.
pissed. Come on, VAR, man.
mate.
Don't do him like that.
Oi, my 3-1 was on the cards, man.
VAR, come on.
my
I
2-1
got my
was
goal.
there.
I had my 3-1 on the
I mean,
cards.
the linesman's doing the thing of like nodding and saying, you were,
He's well off.
Miles
He's
off.
well off.
Oh, just allow it, man.
Mate.
He had his moment though. He
really
can clip
wanted
that
left
up and
foot
show his
wide.
grand.
That
Nice
was
little
a
dig.
finish.
That's a class finish.
Big
He
finish.
can clip that up and show his kids and be like, yeah, man, look at this goal, that's good.
But that's the finish of someone who's played the game for 20 years. You don't really get that from...
That is
That's a
naughty.
proper finish,
That is filth.
They should have let that stand, man.
That is Bergkamp-esque, I'm not going to lie.
Oh,
Like it.
he's pissed.
Nah, it's deep.
But yeah, just going back to Italy quickly, like I just feel they're one of those teams that they don't have a single superstar in their team, and that kind of you compare them to say England, who have got Kane, Portugal got Ronaldo, France have got Mbappe, Kante, Pogba, etc. They don't have a single one, not even
I'd say
close. To,
Insigne.
no chance, not even close to Ronaldo, Kane.
No, he's not clutch like those players. No, get
up, man.
He should get a yellow card for that.
Do you know what I mean?
Pussy.
He
What's
should
my
get a
man
yellow card.
falling
Oh, the
around
third's
like
coming
that?
now. What a Macedonia.
Oh, snap.
Oh, he's up now. Look, if he scores.
Oh,
Oh,
Superman.
yes, keeper. Nearly a
got
lone
it.
goal there for Macedonia.
Yeah, like-
That would have been a nail in the coffin.
Don't get me wrong, Insigne's a good player, but he's not the kind of like he's not those
He's a
levels.
star.
A lot,
man,
but to
Napoli,
me, he's
though.
their star, though.
He's their star.
Yeah.
I just feel Italy are one of those teams that like they don't rely on individual players.
No,
They're an actual
that's true.
team.
Who's the one scoring all the goals at the minute? What's his
Locatelli.
name?
Locatelli scored twice.
He was
Yeah,
excellent.
everyone was
last
saying
night.
that
Bro,
he's going
he's
to
at
be
some
linked.
club now.
He's
that I
at
don't
Suso.
They
even
were,
know.
they were
Sassuolo,
saying he's
yeah,
linked with
Sassuolo.
Arsenal. I was like, yeah, you got more chance of buying
Well,
flat
Fabrizio
screen
Romano,
tellies.
he tweeted straight away saying like, you know, he's on the radar of a lot of teams. He has offers from the Premier League, but I think
His name Locatelli.
Locatelli,
yeah.
Thing is,
Yeah,
what's-
right.
What's his face?
I
Wants
mean,
to be
his
Juventus
value's
celebrity.
gone up double after last
What's
night.
it as?
Yeah.
Did you see that ball he hit out to the right wing?
Oh,
with his
and then
first time left
scored.
foot and then scored.
Wow.
But the
Yeah,
thing
great
is,
shot.
I also think it's dangerous buying a player based on European.
How many
World
times have we
Cup.
seen that?
You remember, me and Robbie are having this conversation. Do you remember what's his name? Went to Liverpool.
Milan Barros
Nah, man.
from 04.
He must have done it loads of times then. What was his name?
Wait, he went to
man?
Liverpool
Oh,
after
El
Hadji
Hadji
Diouf.
Yeah, El Hadji.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
a
Remember?
pussy, all that guy, man. Do you know what happened with that DT? Phil Thompson said at the time we had a choice to either make Nicholas Anelka permanent or buy El Hadji Diouf. We had the dough for one of those things.
Yeah.
He's like, we fucking bought El Hadji Diouf, and Nicholas Anelka scored 2 against us for Man City the next season at Anfield, and we lost.
But that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
thing.
no.
So yeah, that's the worst thing. And
Oh,
even when you
worst.
look at James Rodriguez,
Yeah.
the World Cup that he had with Colombia that year,
Yeah.
me get my hoodie.
He's
then-
never really.
It's
Yeah,
aircon,
oi,
it's cold,
boys,
isn't
tell
quite
someone
cold,
in there.
isn't it?
Nah,
It's
this is
freezing
alright.
in here, you know.
It
It's
is,
like
man.
30 degrees outside.
No, it ain't 30 degrees. It's raining
Oh, no, it's
today.
raining, ain't it?
Jesus
No,
Christ.
but it's that muggy
These
kind
guys,
of
nah,
atmosphere.
listen, they're
Turned it
muggy
off.
for putting that on. My God.
Yeah, it's
I'm
blitz,
sitting
though,
here
man.
freezing my nuts off, man.
It's not freezing in here.
It
It's
is
so
freezing.
extra.
I'm sitting
It is
underneath
quite
it.
cold.
It's
Flex,
not
man. I
freezing.
can't lie. it
Is that what we're doing now? Saying
Yeah,
it's
I'm
freezing?
sitting underneath it, man.
Little bit of
I
freshness.
feel
not
like,
fresh,
I feel like Sanka in Cool Runnings. You know when he comes out of the fridge and like out of the freezer and it's like tested. Huh?
What, it's bacon in there, is it?
No, I've turned it off. I've turned it off.
Oh, I have to say, big up to the people behind the scenes here. That
Come on,
you
man.
don't
Yeah, because they're sitting
You
in that
lot-
sweat box out
100%.
there, man.
And in general, you lot just don't see it. You see the set looking all nice and stuff like that, which is great. But the stuff that goes in behind
Every
the
single
scenes,
one, the 51 games. I don't know
Mad, innit?
any other YouTube channel that can do that
Bro,
to this level.
I was saying this
to this
yesterday.
level of production. Like,
No one's doing it
It's
like
mad.
Big up
People
Brennan,
don't see
Jason,
what happens behind the scenes, man.
Josh, Angus, everyone behind the scenes.
big
Yeah,
up
no one
everyone.
sees all that behind the scenes. They just see what's on
No
camera.
other channel is
they
doing
just
it
see
like
you
John
get
Robbie
to just
now.
come on there, say what you want, shout, swear, rave.
I know it's hard
I
life,
mean,
though, isn't it?
cry.
It's hard, isn't it?
Jay Karen says, sorry, DT, you can't compare yourself to United and Liverpool.
Ooh.
without-
That's a pen.
That's a
Oh, he's
pen.
getting yellow.
He's going, hold on, let me wait for him to sky. And he knows, he's trying to not
He's
stand
like,
up.
wait,
Turn around.
stand up. He's like, stand up.
He's going, come on, what do you mean, man?
He's like, well, I never die. Yeah, you
Was it a
did.
clear dive?
Pussy.
Nah, bro, that was easy.
That
dive.
was awful, man. Let's watch it.
He should have got red for that one.
bro.
Absolutely awful,
The
man.
way he went down, you think,
So
oh, it's
bad.
a pen. He looks like he's been shot.
Look,
And you
my
know
man
what?
Steven
I
stood
rate
there.
the defender because he knows.
He's
I know you're
smiling,
just waiting
look.
for my leg to dangle. Wow.
Fair play to the referee.
The
for
other
being
guy
up
should
to
have got
play.
a yellow. Who done it? A minute ago.
In being up to play, man.
Jay Karen says, sorry, DT, you can't compare yourself to United and Liverpool without winning the Champions League. Chelsea have worked their way into the conversation. London is blue.
I don't think
Oh,
he said
shut up, you
anything.
dribbly melt.
I don't think DT actually said
Seriously.
anything like that.
I haven't actually even
No, but
said
still,
anything.
it's still just funny. Big up.
The simple facts are, statistically, with trophies won, Arsenal, Man United and Liverpool are the three biggest clubs in England.
Trust me, cuz in that.
What do you want me to say?
Not in that order, but-
Manchester's red, Liverpool's red, London's red. Shut up. The only thing that's blue in any of those places are the sky.
And even that ain't blue most of the
Not in
time.
this
It's
Do you know what I
grey.
mean? So there you go. Woo.
I'll be honest though.
Jeez.
The Man City thing right now is peak.
Yeah.
Like,
See, it's
obviously,
worse.
until
It's
they-
worse for
but
you.
until they actually win more than
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. But that's the same
It's
thing
not-
that I've said about
yeah.
Chelsea. When you've won more trophies than us, then you could talk to me.
But it's tight though with Arsenal.
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, like I said to a few
It's
of my
because
mates.
you've never won the Champions League. That's what
Look,
makes
listen,
it.
at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, isn't it?
Maybe
But
not.
I've said it to a couple of my mates that are Man United fans, and I said that they're in a worse position than us at the moment in terms of the their rivals thing.
Being that
because
much better than-
because you've got two rivals in some respects. Liverpool, your biggest historical rival, and Man City, your
come from
geographical rival. But both of them are the two that are challenging above you and winning Champions
Horrible,
League,
horrible.
Premier League. Whereas
For you,
us,
if Tottenham and Chelsea were doing what
exactly,
Liverpool and
like
City were doing,
Chelsea,
right?
what you've got to remember is there's no historical rivalry between Arsenal and Chelsea. Because,
Just the fact that
because
there's
before
Roman.
Roman come along, Chelsea were on the same level as DTFC.
Yeah, but that's like saying, but that's
So-
what we can say about City though.
No, but what I'm saying, but there's because
Oh,
you're
because they
like
are
your
actually-
neighbours.
okay.
They're your actual neighbours.
So
Do you
if
know what I
Tottenham got
mean?
the money and did what?
Yeah, it's
City
like
were
it's
doing.
like Everton, yeah. Everton are right next door to Liverpool, but you don't have the same rivalry with Evertonians as you do with like the Liverpool fans, yeah.
Yep.
And that's because of the whole historical winning side of things. So us and Chelsea, yes, we're London, but we're miles apart in terms of where we are. Tottenham is our, like, because of the whole story behind it of how we invaded North London, even though they didn't actually become
From Woolwich.
a borough of North London until the 60s anyway, because Haringey never become a borough of North London until 64. I think it was. So technically, we were in North London before them. They were in Middlesex.
We were here first.
Yeah, they were in Middlesex. That was classed as Middlesex until about 64 when it became a borough of London, North London. So shut up,
I don't know.
shadow
This is
dwellers.
sounding like Thai.
Fools. No, I'm just stating a fact though. Do you know what I mean? I'm just stating a fact. So in that sense, yeah, it's like for me, if Tottenham were doing what Man City or Liverpool were doing, then
It'd
that
be a
would
big
be
problem.
like, whoa. But they're not. So
If
it's
Tottenham-
like,
if-
okay,
Honestly,
calm.
I think this whole geographical, historical
Sorry,
thing is
just
completely
quickly, Taz.
nonsense.
It's half time.
But it ain't if you've been brought up on it.
Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 0. Yarmolenko with a pick of the goals there. What's this guy's name? Can't pronounce his name. That's really
I'd have
bad.
to see the back of his shirt, to be honest.
Pandev with a disallowed goal, great little dink as well. Nearly a penalty at the end of the half as well, but rightly,
His hair is on
rightly
madness.
not.
Hair, man. Why did you just cut it off?
It's like one
man?
island, and then it's just.
It is
yeah.
very nuts. But there you go. How'd you say that? Yarmolenko.
Yaramchuk.
2-0, and what it kind of went the way we expected that half, innit, Tej?
Yeah.
We said that it would be difficult for North Macedonia.
Yeah, they're just not very good defensively. They don't have the shape, the organisation at the back. Every time Ukraine come forward, the defence just parts. Yarmolenko drives down the right. That's probably what you expected, probably 1 or 2-0 from that half. You couldn't really see Macedonia scoring. Maybe they had, obviously, that chance where Pandev was offside, but that was about how we thought the half would go, I think.
Alex?
Yeah, no surprises really. We knew that Macedonia aren't the best defensively. That's been proved probably 4 or 5 times in this first half. If they can, basically the next goal wins this game. If Macedonia can sneak something first 10, 15 minutes in the second half, we've got a game on. But if Ukraine get another one, then it's just going to be 4, 5 or 6, which is great for Ukraine because they need to get their goal difference.
DT, no signs of a revival from North Macedonia. You kind of predicted 3-1 anyway?
Yeah, it was that goal might have done a little bit of something for the second half, but no.
Well, in context of the group, let's have a look at the group as it stands, assuming that it stays this way, which there's a very high chance it will, and obviously Netherlands and Australia to play. I mean, Ukraine obviously would get their first win after losing there. They'll be on 3 points, and if say Netherlands and Austria were to draw, that opens it up a lot in that last game. But you expecting Holland to beat Austria?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good game. That was an exciting game, their first one the other night. But I would say, especially with the fact that what's his name? We mentioned earlier is now suspended for the game, isn't he?
Arnautovic.
Arnautovic. He's got a 1-game ban, so you'd have
Big
to
miss
say
for them.
that Holland are favourites to win that one, win it. They're through, and it's it's pretty straightforward stuff really. But I don't think.
You think Ukraine can go through second? You think they can go through ahead of Austria?
It's nice that you could have games that go into the final one.
Yeah.
Because there could be some where you're kind of watching, you're like...
Because like Italy already through, whatever, just rest
yeah,
players. Whatever,
and Turkey are out.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
Wales
kinda
might
like-
have a decent game.
That's what I mean. So, I still think there might be a few little twists and turns and surprises. I think the one group where there's going to be the big surprise is the group of death one. Because one team's got to go.
Proper.
So is Ronaldo going home?
Well, not
But
necessarily.
not necessarily,
Because
because
Germany can finish third,
and
or
the thing
any team
is-
can finish third.
And the
still,
way the goals that they might score or the points they might have, because they might narrowly miss out, the chances are they're going to be one of the best third places.
Yeah.
So
It depends on the game against Hungary, because that's going to be the decider.
Yeah.
Because if they lose, say Germany lose to both, well, they've already lost to France, but say they lose to
And how good
Portugal,
was it to see?
they need a big win against Hungary. Because I was looking back at the 2016 tournament, 2 teams finished third with 3 points and qualified.
Wow.
And that was Portugal, and I think it was Turkey. So
it can be done.
any team with 4 points that finishes third will qualify,
That's not
but
too
it's not
bad.
guaranteed with
And
3.
the thing
you
is
just
with
need to have
Hungary
higher goal difference.
Is how nice was it to see a full stadium?
Yeah.
That's what we were saying at the
Do
beginning.
you know what I mean?
Like,
It was like actually watching.
it looks
a game,
weird on TV.
but watching a game and not having to put the sound effect version on.
Yeah,
Like, you could actually just watch the game and it felt.
Do you know what you got to think about as well? Like, there's, the people are at different stages in their lives, go through different things. A lot of people can maybe have like a lot of anxiety, like about
coming
being back
into big
around,
crowds.
like because even watching it, I mean, like, I don't suffer from anxiety, but I know there's people out there that do. Like even watching it, I thought, wow, like everyone's like, it wasn't just like where there's been things that have like protests or things that have happened. It was like a big stadium, all the seats filled, everyone around
There are a
each
lot of
other.
Portugal
Do you
fans
think a
in
lot
there
of
as well,
fans
to be
maybe
fair.
like a bit? Like how will you feel? Like when you going back to games, will you just feel completely just fine with
I'm
it?
fine. I want to get on with life. I'm like DT.
Yeah.
Like most people that I know just want to crack on. I mean, obviously everyone's different in that everyone's been affected by what's happened in different ways. So I think it would be wrong to pass.
Enough is enough now.
Yeah, it'd be wrong to pass judgment on certain people if they want to, slowly ease themselves in. It's a personal thing at the end of the day.
100%.
I just want to crack on. I want to see full stadiums. I think everyone's been most people have been vaccinated at least once now.
Yeah.
Coming up to double vaccination. So I think it's just getting to the point where, just kind of get on with it. And for those who don't want to, that's their kind of personal decision. And
I've had 2
respect
vaccinations,
that,
so
yeah.
I'm
Alex,
good to
what
go.
are you saying? Packed out cop? Are you feeling a bit like that's going to be a bit weird?
Well, I mean, I was in that 50,000 strong crowd outside Anfield when we won the league at the peak of the peak of the pandemic. So
it's your fault.
yeah, pretty much. It's all my fault. But what I would say is I'm the opposite. I can't wait to get back into big crowds. I think that's where you feel the most. We haven't been able to have the feeling inside watching these games.
It's just that collective passion.
Trust me, bro.
Really,
you might have anxiety, of course, the first time, but if you're sitting in the Kop and a goal goes in and you get that feeling again, you're going to forget all the crowd around you. It's just like it's your moment.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
It's like you could be sitting in Old Trafford, feeling a little bit apprehensive, first game back or whatever. Goal goes in.
Forget all
You're
that.
going to hug the next man next to you, random guy, whatever. You lose all sense
Flex,
of...
chat's asking for darts.
I was just about to say that. We're going to get on to... Yeah, it is time for the darts.
Time.
Josh Shah says, 2 biggest clubs in the Prem is Man United and Liverpool. Well,
Yeah,
factually
we know
it
that.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think you
no
argue that.
one's denying that.
I don't say that. Adam Ashka says, we want darts. Zane Bruno says, we know what we are. We are champions of Europe and we are what we are.
One for
Chelsea
you,
fan. And Def Adder
One
says,
for you,
Chelsea
mate.
in the 90s over Arsenal now.
So everyone gets one dart.
Seriously, let them come for me, man.
Is it thrown for the bullseye or something?
So
Right,
you go here, if you get a bullseye with one dart, you get 50 quid.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. The chairs have all moved.
I know, bro.
So what are you saying? If you get one bullseye?
So everyone gets one dart.
Yeah.
If you get bullseye, it's 50. Then everyone has 3 goes each, and whoever gets the highest score wins, right?
Alright, cool.
So
I got bullseye the other day.
you did actually.
Did he?
You did, yeah.
Was it in front of people with video evidence? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was people in the room.
So who's going first?
Tez, do you want to go first?
No, I'll let you.
Huh?
I'll let you go first.
Say no more,
Where's
man.
the line? Where we going?
So
The,
basically, it's
here.
got to be here, innit?
Alright, cool.
The what's it flex, man? The darts are too light, man.
What do you mean the darts?
And there ain't
too
an
light?
hockey.
Oh,
There's me.
there ain't a hockey.
I'm even gonna hit the
Hockey.
ball.
Hockey. There's no hockey, that's true.
I'm not even.
I know, man, that's...
Come on, man. Show me your Eric Bristow.
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
It's not even a...
Yeah.
Flex! What's going on there?
Tej, easy.
I need a few to warm up, man.
Oh,
Awful.
Man didn't even hit
Let's go.
the target, did he?
these go now. And
Did
then
not
we'll do
register,
3
did not finish.
each, everyone.
Come on, man. All the talk. Come on.
Ooh.
So
So what, we get 3
unanimous
each now?
no's.
So now everyone gets 3.
Oh, so you get a little warm up.
Yeah. So
Alright, okay.
you get 3 now, and the highest score wins.
All right, let's go.
I'll go
on,
last.
Flex. Try and hit the board.
Don't worry about that.
15,
These.
20.
Now I realise that
35.
you've got to start doing the treble 20. I'll just do that.
35.
Oh, went for it.
Completely
Went
missed
for
it.
it.
He's got
Went for
double
it.
top.
That's because of that. That shouldn't be on there, man.
Oh, my bad, G.
Alex, so that means
Alex
so I
is-
better go
Alex
again
is-
then.
yeah,
so
no
shall I
one
go?
saw
I'll
it.
go again.
No
I'll
one
go
saw
again.
that one.
You'll have to go again because nobody's
go
seen
on.
you.
Alex ruined it. He was standing in front of all
Sorry,
the
T.
Yeah, Flex got 3.
Sorry,
Right, so
T.
let's go again. And if this is
T.
shit, I'll just have my score that I had the first time.
3.
I'll keep that.
The technique is a madness. 5.
5.
5.
I'm consistent.
Consistently.
Oh, that's a
12.
treble.
Is that treble?
Treble 9?
Treble 12. So
Ooh.
36 and a
46.
10, 46.
46.
Okay.
bad.
Not
46.
too bad.
Not awful.
Take that.
Definitely
I'll take
not
that.
awful.
What was that, 46?
Oh, you just sat on the fingers, bro. Stand up,
No,
quick,
I
quick,
didn't.
quick. You did. I saved you then, bro. That would have melted to Ross.
What have you got?
12, 14, 10,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is 26,
36.
What do I get?
You got,
Flex get.
you got,
No idea.
40 something.
45.
You got lucky with that last
You
dart.
got, you got 46 because you got treble 12 and then
Him getting that
46.
treble 12.
5.
46, all right.
6, 10,
Him bending off to the
30.
right.
I'm in the lead. Hey, I'm going to bring this home. What do I win?
Huh?
Cool, mate.
What do I do if I get the highest one?
It's
Sit
just
in the
pride,
middle
this
chair.
one.
Do I get £50?
No, you only get 50 if you got bullseye on the first dart.
So what do I get if I win this?
Just pride. And stuff like that. It's good.
I'm
though.
playing for pride. Pride is the devil. Oh my days.
now.
That's a retake, surely.
No, how's it a retake?
That's a bounce out. Crack on.
It's not a retake.
Joke.
So I brought it home, but all I win is pride.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick. What is going on there?
First thing you've won in a few years, isn't it?
It is.
All right, I'll be back in 1 sec.
That is bad.
Not great.
Not great.
Oh, man.
I'm not happy with that. Darts is one of them things, though.
Them darts are so light, man.
Practice though, man.
I
Just
have
get down
never
the pub.
been good at darts.
Get down the
I
pub.
used to play it loads when I was younger, man.
Did
So my mum played for England.
Your mum played darts for England?
Yeah, my godmother, she used to
mad.
play for Scotland.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
lying.
I'm being really serious. When I was younger, as a
Scotland
kid,
and England.
we used to go around to all the shows.
Your mum
And
played
it's-
for England?
Yeah, and
At
this was
darts?
when Eric Bristow was playing, Cliff Lazarenko, John Lowe, that era. I'm being 100% serious.
And knows his names and that, man.
I'm being serious, Fleck, seriously.
That's a bit of trivia I did not know. DT's mum played international darts for England. And
My
your
mum
auntie,
was-
your auntie played for Scotland?
My mum, my godmother.
Serious?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna film
Oh,
out.
look, bullseye.
That's not a bullseye.
Yeah, it is.
Josh says, how come you're so shit then?
Mate, the darts are too light. The weight on them. The weight's far
He's
too
throwing
light.
it downwards.
And plus, I'm not on a proper ocky in terms of the distance. But once I get my range in, I'll be all right. But these are way too light.
Do you know one reason why I wouldn't be good at darts? The maths, bro.
Oh, I know. But normally,
Impossible.
in actual competitions, you have someone that does it.
Well, yeah, but you still need to work out what you need, though, innit?
A lot of dart
And the best way
boards-
to get
no,
it.
A lot of boards now, they come with little computer screen on the side, and you actually type in what you got.
Yeah, but the pros. Well, I know the pros obviously are good at
Oh,
the
the
maths
pros
thing,
in
but
that, they can work out in their heads.
that's what I mean. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not good at maths. Big up to anyone else who's not good at maths. Maths is a difficult subject.
Once I've got my range, I'll be all right. But these
What
darts
are you
aren't
saying
right.
about the argument about the darts thing? Is it a sport? Is it not? Is it skill? Is it like?
Listen, like I said, when I was going around as a kid, going to all these shows with my parents and that, like, they were the time when you was in venues and it was smoking, drinking,
yeah.
like, it was just proper. You didn't have to be an athlete or do anything. But now it's become some, like, big, massive, like, sport. It has. And it's, like, look at the shows that they do at Ali Pali and stuff like that.
Everyone just wants to go get on it. at the
Yeah,
darts.
but it's, like, the atmosphere is mad.
Yeah. I need to go to
If
the
you've
darts.
never been to a dart tournament, go to one, because it's intense.
Proper.
Like the
Dress up, standing on
I've
tables.
I've
getting
seen
that-
some, yeah. I've seen some dart players. They proper start like having it up with each other on the
Yeah.
hockey and stuff, man. And they're like, they want to have a tear up.
It's one of them games that, to look at, you think, you know, you could
listen,
not be very fit or out of shape or
people-
whatever and be very good at darts. So people,
Mate,
I think, belittle the
it ain't
skill.
that easy because
It's a big skill that you need to be able to play darts.
listen, they had it's like my mum. She ended up with that like the issue with her elbow, which is to do with the years and years and years of just playing. And
Like when you
throwing
get
and
tennis
throwing.
elbow?
Yeah, similar kind
it?
of thing. So it's
Question for you, DT. Well, it's a question for you guys. Stickon says, question for you guys. Is Ben White the English Lindelof or is he the English Mustafi?
oh, look at that. Mate, don't get.
Arsenal 40 million. Were you
Listen,
happy
Ben
with that?
White- Ben White's a good
He's all right.
defen- Ben
I
White's
think
a
he's
good
all right.
defender.
I think the price tag is what is.
It is, but you've got to pay premium for English, haven't you?
Yeah.
That is the biggest downfall now, that you pay premium. Oh, I nearly bullseye again, you know.
Minto373 says darts is not a sport. Ha ha ha.
Sitting on your, what? So sitting at home, sending in messages is, yeah? And being a troll. All right, cool.
Manuel Alvarez says, bro, Ben White is solid, LOL. And Harry Mogg says, Ukraine to win 5-0.
You know the funniest thing, we live in an era now where everyone slags off footballers and makes out, like you can criticise a performance, yeah? But we live in an era now where people criticise footballers to say that they're so poor, they're so bad. And these are some people that can't even put their feet in front of each other when they walk. And they're trying to make up. These footballers are living the life that we could only ever dream of. Playing the sport that we love.
Of course, well,
like we can all criticise
when people just do it personally.
We can all criticise a footballer, but the moment someone's linked to someone, and then it's like, oh yeah, but he's shit and he's this, he's that.
Well, because they might become
and it's
your
like,
player.
what do you do with your life? You're sitting on the internet sending out troll messages. Shut up.
That's the problem with the internet in general. You know
Second half has started.
Second half has kicked off. Alex, what do you think the team talk would have been for the Macedonian players?
Do it for your families.
Have some
Simple
pride
as
about
that.
you, go out there, just
Go and get a goal, and we can maybe put a little bit of momentum and pressure together. But if you let another goal in, don't even go home to your families, because you've let not only yourselves down, them down, but also your country.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
I'm joking.
Don't got to a major tournament
Don't bother
for
coming home.
first time in however long. Don't bother coming home.
Nah,
Is he
I'm
actually
First
saying
time ever.
we?
First time ever. There you go. Tej, would you kind of think?
For Macedonia, their manager would have just been like, you know what, keep it tight for the first 15 minutes of the half, don't concede, and then just try and pick out a goal and then go from there. Obviously, you saw what Ukraine did against the Netherlands. They weren't in it the first half. They were down until the 70th minute, and then they got 2 goals. So you never know. I think obviously they're up against it, but you don't know. Like you saw in the first half when Pandev went through, they might get a goal.
Yeah. An early goal can change this, isn't it? I know it's cliche in football, especially at that dodgy 2-0.
Next goal wins.
They don't have anything to lose, Macedonia.
Yeah.
So keep it tight for 15 minutes and then just go for it. If they lose 3 or 4-0, I'm sure they'd rather do that than not having, given it a proper go.
Turn.
Touch.
I'll tell you what,
Go on.
I'll tell you what, though.
Go on.
Go on. Oh, what a save!
What a start that would have been.
That would have been a great start, just as you were saying, Taj, as well.
Trying to do it for their
that,
families.
and the keeper's saying, switch on. Like, you can't afford to concede this early second half.
I think that could be a problem for Ukraine, that they're 2-0 up half-time and thinking, yeah, this game's in the bag.
Yeah, that's
Great
a great
run,
turn,
that.
that.
What a
Nice ball,
turn.
nice weight, good touch. Comes inside. That's a fantastic
That's a
save.
good save
effort,
to
though.
get down low.
Yeah, I know they
good
say you shouldn't
effort.
get beat near post, but it's low, it's hard.
Chance for the cross here.
Good ball.
ball.
there.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awful ball. DT, Oliver Smith says, does DT still want to fight Elliot Crawford on the KSI versus Jake Paul undercard?
Oh my God, man, how old
What
is that?
What's this? What?
That was years ago.
I swear that was
Oh,
like
okay.
2017.
Oh, right, okay, that's something.
Years ago,
okay.
before I even got diagnosed with my illness and had to have my operation.
Okay, cool.
And Elliot shot himself at an event.
Okay. Jaden Merrick says, Hakimi coming to Chelsea, question marks? Hope not. They don't need anything else to make
I
it
mean, what
really
happens
better.
to Reece James if Hakimi comes
True.
to Chelsea?
Right wing back, right back, yeah.
No, but, well, from what I've heard...
He could play left back though.
No, but Reece James is... Because Tuchel obviously plays with the 3.
So he play right centre back.
Right centre-back for Reece James, because I've got a lot of mates who support Chelsea, and they're all like, they don't see Reece James in that position as the actual wing-back. They think he's much better utilised in the right centre-back position.
This is a good question.
Well, he doesn't even
TAVFC,
play
so
there
I'm
anymore.
guessing Aston Villa, says the worst goalkeepers to play for all your clubs. Great question. We'll start with you, Tej. Who's the worst Arsenal keeper?
Where do we fucking start?
Do you want to start at Leno or no? I'm joking. Where are you
I'd
going
say
for? We'll get to you.
Almunia has to be up there.
What,
For
worse than Alex Manninger?
Almunia cost us a European cup.
Meninga, there was nothing wrong with him. I remember the performance he put in at Old Trafford
Yeah, solid.
when we won 1-0 and won the league.
Yeah.
I would just say by virtue of having
when
cost
we was
us
on
the
the way to
Champions
win the league, not the one where we won it at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I would say by virtue of having cost us the Champions League, Almunia has to be up there. Just for that.
Almunia,
Yeah.
Okay.
close your legs.
So who are you saying for Arsenal since we're both Arsenal?
Almunia, man, can't stand the guy.
Almunia, worst ever Arsenal keeper.
I can't stand the guy. He was absolutely
Wow.
diabolical,
Okay.
shambolic.
I mean, Karras has left now.
Literally, he's not.
Oh, he's still he's still.
Not left, bro. This is the thing. Like, that was what I was
And Karras cost you a Champions League as well.
like, disgracefully, he cost us. So
Are you saying?
there's been worse keepers than him. Peggy Arthur's had. Do you remember this Don? He was laughing at the Hillsborough Memorial. Got sacked the next day. He's a waste man. You had man like
Almunia.
Simon Mignolet.
Millionaire.
Like,
We've had worse than him though.
Huh? Yeah.
It's off. People them couldn't hear you.
Batteries. Can I have some batteries, bro? No. Jeez. But yeah, Karras, bro.
Karius. So
That's
Alex,
nice,
just
though.
because you couldn't hear him, Alex basically saying Karius. That's who is worse. Mine's got to be probably Massimo Taibbi.
Oh, do you remember the 2 goals against Southampton?
Letizia
Or
Through his legs.
I mean, he was bad, and then I think Bosnich got it back after that as well because he was so bad. After we won the league the year before, I think, and then I tell you who else was dodgy. Obviously, was it the Mendes goal? Was it Roy Carroll?
Roy Carroll.
Oh, mate, remember that?
Roy
There
Carroll.
was VAR there, goal line technology,
100%.
sorry.
What
That
a
was
sausage.
from the halfway
What about
line.
De Boer? De Boer was awful.
Van de Gaal.
You've had some
That's it,
ropey
yeah.
goalkeepers,
Proper.
didn't you?
Barthez.
Barthez, but the thing is,
Barthez.
oh,
bro.
what a save that
what
was.
a save.
That would have been Yarmolenko.
Superman.
Right? Or Zinchenko.
My man's off.
Who took that shot?
What, Yarmolenko went off? Did he?
Don't think so.
No, no changes.
My man's had a shot
Oh,
from
what
there,
a
you know.
It's a
strike.
great strike. But yeah, I'll probably say
Jesus.
play him. Manuel Alvarez says Victor Valdez. Yeah, but Victor Valdez
He
came
played
as
one
like
game.
a exactly. He
play at Yeovil
came
in
under
the cup?
he came under Van Gaal and he wasn't.
You can't
there to
judge a
go and get
keeper
loads
off
of
one
games.
game.
Exactly.
What was that fella's
Oh,
name?
Runnerson.
Oh, mate. Mate.
He's awful.
The only problem is that Almunia was awful
actually-
for a sustained period.
He was
and
actually
on
number one at that time, no? Was he? Finished.
This man was on number
This is
one.
the thing. Runnelson's never had. He's never had to do it in a big. Like he's never played. I don't think he's played in the Premier League. I know he has. When
I
was
know
it when,
that he-
was
I
it,
know- I
when
know-
Leno got sent off against Wolves, did he come on that
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
or was
he
it
came on.
Matt Ryan?
Almunia was class for Watford. Remember his double save from the pen before the
Yeah.
Deeney goal? 100%.
Yeah, great.
I mean, listen.
That was for Watford, not Arsenal.
Yeah, but in his career he's been good. But like you said, at
What? Oh.
Arsenal.
He used to cost us games every single week for like
Yeah.
seasons on end.
Wasn't
all
there
the
a
time.
period where people were backing Almunia to be England number one because he'd lived
Because he could change his
for
allegiance.
5 years
Yeah.
and he hadn't been capped for Spain?
The
Imagine that.
Ukraine looking to kill the game
There's a
now. It's
reason why-
4-3.
there's a reason why-
Can he chop back? That's good defending
corner.
in the end.
There's a reason why he ain't been capped for Spain.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he ain't been capped
Adam
by anyone.
Bogdan for Liverpool.
Oh.
He was bad.
Great shout.
Oh, and do
From
you know what?
AJ Bishop.
Do you know what? I'll give you a name now, right?
Tim Howard, Tim Howard was alright.
I'll give you a name, yeah?
Even better
Now, this
at
might
Everton.
sound mad now because he's actually doing very well in the Premier League.
Oh,
What
wait,
about us?
Fabianski. I knew he was going to say him. Because for you, they just call him Flapianski.
Yeah, Flapianski.
Flappy hands.
I don't
man.
think he was as bad as like Almunia
Almunia.
and
No,
Runnelson.
not as
Like,
bad.
What about
But
Chesney?
anyway.
Chesney was dodge as well.
Well, yeah, he's always having a fag.
Again, he was dodgy, but
Adrian.
that was more like an attitude thing.
But then
than
did you see him there? But
He's
then
just
did
got
you
a
see
new contract.
Chesney the other day?
Did he?
Yeah.
For Poland, you see Chesney?
Yeah, awful.
No, but that was unlucky, that one. It hit off the guy's foot, then it hit off the
That
post
was
and hit his head
unlucky.
and went in.
Hit his head
That
and
went
went
to
in.
shit.
You can't blame him for that,
Yeah.
but I still
Soft.
can. But yeah, bro, Adrian cost us single-handedly our place in the Champions League against Atletico.
Simon Crane
Last
says
year-
Foster
yeah,
for Man
last year.
United. No, he wasn't awful. Foster for Man United.
Arsenal have been quite lucky that we've had
Lindegaard. Yeah,
good
he wasn't great.
goalkeepers over a sustained period of time. It's just we had that little period in the middle.
Yeah.
Because you've got to remember, we've
What,
gone...
after Seaman?
Someone said
Oh,
Jaskalainen.
after Lehman.
Jaskalainen's
After Lehman.
never been
No,
a crap.
because before that, because we had John Lukic, who was quality and won the league with us at Anfield '89. Then we replaced him with David Seaman.
Then the rest was history.
Then you're
And
Lehman.
then, you know what I mean? And then Jens Lehmann, invincible.
Yeah, you've had you did all right getting those keepers like in the right times who were long-term keepers, and then it went a little bit after Lehman. Ever since then, you've been trying to find.
And the
I
thing
mean,
that
the
pissed
one.
me off the most is Martinez would have been our keeper for the next 10 years
Yeah.
if we
Well,
tied
I
him down.
didn't. Do you know what? I didn't even know he was at Arsenal 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, where was he?
Yeah,
Was he
he's
just
been
the
on
second
loan.
all the time? Was loan every year?
Second.
He was on
been
loan
loaned
for a
out
lot
to
of it.
Reading.
He was third choice. He was.
That's
And you know
yes.
what? There's a podcast of me and Robbie years ago where I was talking about Martinez's loan deal when he was at Reading. And he was like, Martinez? There's a reason why he's out on loan at Reading. And I'm dying to find that podcast of where it was. Because I was like, what? I said, why'd you send players out on loan?
Yeah.
To get experience
Get
to
better,
see what
come
they
back.
could do. Yeah, but it's Reading. No, there's a reason why it's there.
Well, where did you get Runnison
That's
from?
a great
Where are you
Robbie
from?
impression, that actually.
There he is.
Not
That's how he
bad.
does it.
Gone for a strike. Someone
No,
said
he came through. He kind of came through our academy. We picked him up when he was about 16, 17.
who, Martinez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And
how
then-
long.
Yeah.
What a great story. To be fair, as much as I didn't want to. Lee Grant. Yeah, but no,
Grant.
you can't
hasn't
class
played.
that because he didn't play for us. He's a third choice keeper. He's
Oh! What a save!
Pen!
That's a penalty.
It's a pen! It's a pen! Game on! Game on! Penalty to the ref's going mad! The ref's going mad!
His
What
whistle,
is the
he's like,
ref doing?
Oi, the ref, done the maddest
Fucking
run
hell.
I've ever seen. What has happened here? What has happened? He's holding his toe.
The replays are going to show us everything you want to
Pander's
see,
pretending
bro.
that he's hurt. The ref was running around doing a mazza like he was going to lick someone down.
There's a reason why Pandev has got up real quick.
And you know what the funny thing is? People were
take the
laughing
pen.
saying these kind of games are boring. What
Look
a strike
at
that is, by the way.
strike.
That
What a
deserves to be-
save.
What a save.
What a save in the corner.
What a save. So on the
Hang on
rebound, the
then.
ball's bouncing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a pen.
Is
That's a
that?
pen.
I don't know.
It's harsh though,
Bro,
but
that's
it's a pen.
That's a pen. That's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick.
You
Therefore,
can't,
it
you
has to
can't
be a
just
pen.
kick someone.
That's
It's a pen. It's a
yeah,
pen.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
pen.
He's booted him
No,
in the
but from the
cup.
previous angle, didn't look like he got much contact. So.
Pandev
Yeah.
to take as well, do you reckon?
Yeah, his foot
This
will
is
be
what I
alright.
mean,
I'm
bro.
so
What did
glad.
I
The
say?
one good thing
At
about not having
half-time,
audio
I
was
said, if
not
we can
having to
get
listen
something,
to fucking
10,
Peter
15
Watt.
in.
Play for your families and look, they are.
Bro, come on, they've hit the
They
bar.
I did say 3-1.
You did say
I said
3-1.
2-1. I said 2-1.
He's gone, yeah, okay, I'm coming on. He said, did he get a yellow card?
Where's Pandev?
Oh, he's not taking it.
Alioski.
Alioski. I hope he misses.
Come on, bro.
Hope he misses.
No, I hope for the content. I
Pandev
mean, he's a
then.
Leeds player up until now, but
Surely Pandev's
I
got
think
to
for
take
the good of this game and making it interesting, I want to see.
I did
it.
ref jokes,
Score,
man.
score.
Did you see the way he was running? He was blowing his cheek like he was running a
come
man
on.
down on the mains, bro.
You ain't seen John Moss run like that.
Is he going to do a bet?
Oh, Jeff Winter. Come on, Alioski, man. Ping this in.
I'm saying bottom right, left foot power.
I'm saying
no
top
red.
left. Top left. He'll open
Goalkeeper's
his
right.
body up and curl it. Top left.
Goalkeeper's left, I'm going.
Goalkeeper's right.
Anyone not
Keeper's
think he's
trying
going to
to
miss
put him
this?
off.
He's going to do a bet.
Nah, he's going to score, bro.
Goalkeeper's right.
He's going to score.
Scoring. Bottom right. Oh! Yeah! He scored it! Oh my God, get the
Goal.
ball. Let's
Yeah.
go. Look, he can't keep it in. He wants to celebrate.
This
but he
is
just,
a game
let's
now.
Go, let's go. Big up to Macedonia, man. Great fight.
Yes.
They
He-
come out and play
They
Listen
did.
to me,
They
bro.
did. The Macedonian fans are going
at
crazy
them.
behind
They
the goal
listen
as
to
well.
me as well,
Big
bro.
up to them. Alioski's trying to get them to be louder, to be more vocal. He's got a kiss on the cheek there from his teammate. Game on. This is what we needed. This is what we needed.
Oh yeah, Troops.
So Troops has
They're still losing, bro. They're still losing.
Macedonia, but he has a chance to win the
They're
PS5.
still losing, though.
Okay.
That's a poor pen.
Oliver Smith says, does D2
a good
remember
finish.
going to Old Trafford in 2009 on the last day of the season and United lift the trophy? Did you stay and watch? I'm going to guess the answer is no.
Have you
And
seen how bad the traffic on the M6 is?
M6 told man. Alexander the Great is proud. A's says Sanid. And Ty ain't happy, says Jamie Eason. Jamzor Live Football says, come on.
Ty is never happy.
Few Macedonian fans in the chat here as well. If you support Macedonia, let us know in the chat. If it's your home nation, your first, what did you say, Tej? It's their
I think it's
first,
their first major international tournament.
first major international tournament.
No, I can't
So-
remember seeing their flag anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
It's
so game
well
on,
played.
game
a
on.
very interesting flag, isn't it? Different.
It is, yeah, I like it. It is interesting.
Reminds me of something from Street Fighter.
It looks like the
Yeah.
Teletubbies, baby. You know?
I like it. I like it.
Sorry.
Mine, all the Macedonians comfy, bro. Don't disrespect their flag, you know, bro.
No, bro. Listen, big up the Teletubbies.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. I do
But
like
this
it.
is the one thing I was saying at the start. The two teams in this game before this game have been involved in the two highest scoring games.
Yeah,
so
man, you did say
they're
that.
both clearly weak at the back and can grab goals going forward. So I don't think the goals are done here
Tell
yet.
you what, bro, the momentum is definitely with Macedonia now. Look at this. They're pinging it around.
Yeah.
They've got them rattled now.
Tails are up. We said
Tails
if
are up.
you get that first goal, like that's why they always say it's such a cliche in football.
And
Like
the thing is,
2-0
they've
is
done really
sometimes
well
the worst,
in the second half.
Yeah.
the worst scoreline. 2-0.
They've done really well in the second half.
'Cause it's
Macedonia,
like-
yeah, they've come out and
It's the
started
point
playing.
where you feel kind of settled and like they must have come out 2-0 thinking, you know what, the game's kind of done here.
Yeah.
So
Don't know if there's any danger of that aircon going back on or anything, but it's getting a bit hot, isn't it?
Should we have it on for a bit?
Nah, only if you lot. Nah, you lot are good. I'm alright. I'm not that hot. It is kind of warm.
I just think Ukraine need to keep the ball as much as they can now. Just stop wasting possession, even if that means not getting the ball forward as much. Just control the game.
Yeah.
Don't let Macedonia get a foothold in the
100%.
game now and try and get the.
But then it could go in their favour where Macedonia are really trying to push to get that equaliser, and then they should be able to open them up. TAVFC says, what are your memories of Beckham's Greece free kick?
I actually remember that. Specifically, I was at home and then went out to buy a pencil case after.
So
no, real
random.
talk. Yeah. I've got a really random memory of stuff like that.
Oi! Turkish is
Oh,
here.
my
Mate,
guy.
he's all right, bro.
Are you good,
I was
bro?
asking at the beginning of the stream, have they checked on you? Are you okay? How are you feeling?
Hadi
bruv,
Turkey.
I was saying as well, right? You know what must be really difficult for you? Is that you can't actually blame Kroenke for this one.
I was trying to work that out.
A way that he could like bring Kroenke
He was
into
sitting
it.
there thinking, there must be a way.
From Erdogan, maybe them two have done
Yeah,
Nah,
I was
be
like,
fair to
Turkish is working it out.
I heard you lot all shouting for something, I thought, football's still fucking on, isn't it?
Yeah, the Euros are still going to continue. Yeah, they
Yeah.
will.
We got Xhaka to get through on Sunday.
Oh
that
my
one might, that's
days. Well, I was with you for the sweepstake anyway, so it's a loss for me too because no PS5. Big up, Turkish has just come through. We can confirm that he's all right, man. He's doing all right.
Well, until they lose to Switzerland.
Oh, don't.
And Granit Xhaka scores the winner.
Cleans.
Wow.
Don't.
That would finish him off.
Jay Karen says
That would
the
fuck
smaller
him
games
up.
have been insane this Euros. When big teams play, it's very one-sided. Do you know what? We have to put respect. I think a lot of the time, a lot of the smaller nations, the same as in club football. A lot of the smaller clubs always get disrespected because they got a small
But
stadium.
a lot of them
or-
have nothing to lose.
Or
so
they
go
got
for
exactly, but you have to look at like these games, the ones that you haven't thought would be maybe as entertaining, have had loads going on.
But as I said, that's the good thing about the Euros is there's
Yeah.
such a competitive edge. It's the teams trying to represent their nations on the biggest stage. So there's always that bite that you never get in other games, not even in say the Premier League or international friendlies or whatever. It's just there's nothing quite like a major international tournament.
Yeah, 100%. Sheldon Horton says, "Do you rate Greenwood flex?" Yes, I do, 100%. Oh, could have been.
They're on
handball
top
there.
here,
Come
Macedonia.
on,
They
man.
are.
I told you.
Pressure's on. This is good for us.
Yarmolenko
neutrals,
is
man.
on, right?
Yeah, he's on.
Oh no!
What on
Awful
earth?
touch.
So he's
He's
got
on
a
the
lot
right.
to do. It's 4-on-1.
Yeah, hold it up.
There
Yeah,
you
well
go.
played,
Good
lad.
defended.
Well defended.
Fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ, man.
Imagine being like the Macedonian faithful watching this now, like, oh, come on, we can do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, where's the toffee popcorn, man?
Trust.
You mean, please?
Oh, there's a surprise. There's a
Of
surprise.
course he did.
Did he?
Ty
Ain't
ate
that
it
toffee
all.
that you eating, no?
Huh?
Ain't that toffee?
No.
What is it, sweet? As long as it ain't salted. Robbie tried to tell me the other day that salted's the best.
Yeah, dead.
So it's Robbie Salty.
So what we done?
Macedonia try.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know, I've got a feeling they could get an equaliser, you know.
In
You
other
saw what
news-
Ukraine did to, as I was saying, you saw what they did to the Netherlands. They were like completely out of it until the
Yeah.
70th minute, and then they turned it around. So
What was you saying in other news?
In other news, my friend was saying this morning he was watching GMB and they're talking about Royal Ascot, apparently is today. For some reason, they went out to Tenerife and did an interview with Big Nasty about the Royal Ascot. And when the presenters were waving goodbye to him, he waved back and had a fat spliff in his hand. And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, Big Nasty on the GMB show is an absolute vibe because
It's a proper
even
vibe.
the other day the other week, he was on there a few weeks ago.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And he come on singing, "Greetings I bring from Jah," and they were like, "Lovely, Big Nasty, yeah, great energy." Probably thinking, what is he singing? But it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Super chat from Daniel. They're not going to stop this, DT. Word on the street is DT still thinks Arsenal is a bigger club than Chelsea. DT, please explain.
Word on the
Which-
street is you're still a virgin. Shut up.
See, but you can't say that.
I did.
No, I know
I
you
can,
said
but I
it.
did.
That doesn't mean that.
Well,
Why are you bringing in what he's done in his sexual why?
say what I want.
He's saying, can you
Say
please
what?
explain why you think Chelsea are not bigger than Arsenal? And you're saying it means
Said it
Newcastle.
100 times. Don't need to say it anymore.
Why do you get so triggered from these people?
No, you are winding him up there.
I'm not. He said it. I'm
on,
saying
you little kids, man.
he's asked him a question.
Shut up, man.
And he's
Anyway,
just
what's the time?
He's
You
just
got
saying
the
that.
time.
Yeah, boy, listen, why are they doing that at school anyway? Do you know
it
what I mean?
half term?
Go school. That ain't half term. Go school. If you're not in school,
Half-term was last
if
week.
you're not in school, go look at a school.
The mad thing is, they're probably in school, but still on this.
Yeah, probably. I mean, teachers need to go and sort themselves out.
Mark Iski says North Macedonia have more goals than Turkey. Let that sink in.
Wow. 2 more goals, you know.
And Turkey were the dark horses. I don't think Turkey's.
They were everyone's
They were
dark
Robbie's dark
horses.
horse.
They were mine as well. until
Robbie
I
said
saw
it
them.
was
I think a lot of people on social media were saying that.
And this is the thing, their individual players they've got some quality players in there. You think Yilmaz just won the Liga in France. Yajici and Celik as well, also playing for Lille. Players like Salhanoglu.
They're not world class though, are they?
No, they're not world class, but you would think that.
Overlap.
Good out ball there. Could be over now. 3-1 on the cards. Chop back now. Cut back.
Good defending.
Finish.
There. Good defending.
Here it is. Oh, good save.
Punch
Is
it
he going to
again.
catch it or punch it?
Oh.
Superman.
Playing basketball.
Oh.
Oi, hey! You can't come with that energy there,
The
keeper.
stretcher's
I'm
on.
sorry.
Stretcher.
He's trying to do the big man thing to say, yo, come, let's go
And then
shoulder to
Man's
shoulder.
got body.
And then as soon as he gets it to him, he tries that. That is so pathetic. That is the thing that gives footballers a bad name.
Yeah.
You know, like when like the rugby players
I
or
know,
rugby
man.
fans say like, this is why I don't like football. Look at them. What kind of nonsense is this? Good save, good reactions.
Straight
Still
out.
couldn't catch it.
No,
properly. The guy is trying it.
he's
Yeah, he's trying it. So he's giving a little nudge, just a foul. But the keeper's saying, yeah. Oh, they're not even going to show it. That'd be
Funny, man. 25 to go.
Sanduk says, call Ty and tell him that Alioski scored. I haven't got Ty's number, so I can't do that. And I don't think, why is Ty going to care that Alioski scored? Does he hate him? Ty hates everyone, isn't it? Is there
He's got
anyone
agendas,
of
man.
any of the other teams that Ty doesn't
Hella
mind?
agendas.
doesn't like anybody.
That's crazy. I know they're supporting your team, but Ty literally...
Mate, he's still got an agenda against Van Nistelrooy from
Yeah.
what 2004.
What, from when Mike Keown
2003?
bullied him and jumped on top of his back and you
Yeah.
lot all flipping through stuff at him, pushed him around?
still got an agenda against Ryan Babel.
He does.
What did Babel do to you lot?
Yeah.
What did he do?
What, when we beat you 4-2 and
When
you
he
got
won,
a pen?
was it won the penalty? Yeah.
Ty just...
Why allow it,
he
man?
still brings it up in an interview.
Wow.
He'll bring things up randomly.
No, you'll be talking about a game like, on a fan cam and you'll be like, what about Ryan Babel? What about Van Nistelrooy in 2004? It's like, come on, man.
Jay Karen says, DT, you're a legend, but I have to say you need to win the Champions League to be considered an elite club. And quite a few super chats coming in here. Read that one already. And the other one was about Ring Ty as well. We've read that one already as well. Ty is powered by free food and hate, says number 16.
So is Laurie, to be honest. The amount of free food Laurie gets as well. It's funny, man.
Yeah, but Ty just...
DT's mic has cut
Tiger's
out. They're
hunting for it.
saying DT's mic's cut out. Guys, if we can get some batteries onto here.
Butterez. Come on,
Good ball,
Macedonia, man.
Macedonia, right wing.
Come on.
I've just had brand new batteries for the thing. Tell Robbie to invest in some proper ones. Yeah.
Did you mute it?
No, it's off completely. Tell Robbie to invest in some proper batteries, man. Not these silly little
Sanduk's.
power store things.
I'm professional! Oh, helicopters, professional! Dance, professional!
One helicopters.
Bro, you was trying about helicopters over stadiums and shooting them down and
No, we was on about fighter pilots.
Oh!
Proper actual jets.
Steven Seagal.
They're making a good fist of this.
Hey, listen, Steven Seagal.
He did. I tell you what.
Mark for Death.
The
You ever watched that Steven Seagal one? I think it was Mark for Death when
I
he
ain't
was
seen it.
fighting all the yardies.
no.
Oh, mate.
Oh, I tell you, he's nearly made a hash
Made
of
a
that, the
meal of
keeper.
that, yeah.
That's a routine save. Look at that. He's nearly spooned it into the goal.
Wow.
DT super chat come in from Nero. DT stands for dense and triggered.
Yeah. What was his name?
Nero 354.
Nero what?
354. It's numbers.
355.
Sanduk says Ty hates Alioski because of when Arsenal beat Leeds 4-2. DTD, you have Ty's number, don't you? Sanduk really wants you to ring Ty.
Corner, bro.
I tell you what, Ukraine.
This is
Yeah,
on.
I've got his
They're,
number.
they're
You
saying.
don't ever answer though.
Okay, well they're saying, can you ring him and say that Alioski scored? Why are you telling me? Who is he? Yeah, but who is he? Who does he play
He
for?
honestly don't ever answer.
Well, he's got two phones, hasn't he? He's got his little iPhone, then he's got his work
He's got
phone.
a trap
which
Do
is
you know the
like some-
funniest thing? I've got
burner
both
phone.
of his numbers.
You got the burner one and you got the.
And one of them's down as Thai AFTV, and the other one's down as Thai Venga.
Why? Why have you got
I'm not
that?
even joking. I can't remember which one it is.
Are you ringing him?
Let me try this one first.
No, you've got to see his work phone. It's his little like drug dealer phone,
Yeah.
like the old brick, like Nokia ones.
Trap team.
Oh, Thai Venga's completely dead.
He's in a different country. or-
Like he's
Oh, it's
like,
not-
look,
He's locked it off.
listen to it.
What would you do if it was like a wicked voice note saying,
So wait,
hello, Taiwo here. And who are you? Who did you play for?
hold on.
You're a bloody cheat. Mad.
He's probably like, why are you ringing me?
That one's not even going through.
Ty's phones are done. Over. No.
Oh, he's working.
He won't
isn't
answer.
He's working.
I promise you, he
Especially
won't
to
answer.
you.
It'll be like some welcome to the
Gift gaff.
gift gaff type.
Welcome to Gift Gaff
It's not
voicemail.
even that. Tesco Mobile or something.
He
Like
gets
a
that
mobile.
message. Your calling
Like
credit
that.
is running low.
Welcome to Gift Gaps.
Welcome to Gift Gaff mobile.
I was surprised you didn't do
you,
the thing of like, do you want to
Told you.
reverse call?
Yeah,
you
reverse.
Reverse.
gotta take the call and pay for it.
Bro, I told you, man.
Number
Gift
16
gaff,
says
you know.
trap phone tie. Oh, you lot are idiots, man.
Oh my.
Jay says that yesterday when Robbie asked Ty if he's doing a stream with DT, Ty replied saying, fortunately not, what's the beef? There's no beef between you and Ty, is there?
Oh,
No,
he's
right.
still fuming at me
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, from the
because I beat
pics?
him in the quiz.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Oh, okay.
I got him so angry his glasses steamed up.
TAVFC, I think I know the answer to this. Would DT take Tammy Abraham signing for Arsenal?
Nope.
Why not?
Why is my man banging a drum?
Yeah.
No.
What is that?
My man battered it so much, there's nothing left of it, and he's still banging
I
it.
can't be making any noise what he was
No, he's
just
probably
doing.
beatboxing the thing.
Yeah.
Probably so drunk he hasn't even realised.
Mate, he hasn't even realised there's someone else around him playing a drum, and he still thinks it's him.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
literally battered the actual drum.
Thomas Lapis says, do you think the introduction of the Conference League will bring up the importance of the Europa League?
Is what it is, isn't it?
Taj, sorry. Do you think that
I'm not worried about
the Europa League is better now? It's a middle
I don't
competition.
think it's better.
instead of
I think it's slightly less shit. Like honestly, it's
Is it?
it's the credibility's gone up a slight
The
bit.
Europa
now.
League
It's-
only gets interesting once you get to at least a quarter final.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the group stages are absolute dog shit. Like no one cares
They're
about the
awful.
group stages.
In Arsenal's
Round of
sense,
32, round of 16.
in Arsenal's sense, we were actually quite fortunate in one way because once we got out of the group, we then ended up with Benfica and games where you went, oi, this is all right, this ain't too bad. But yeah, until you get to about
the
the
one thing now is though, obviously the Europa League are cutting their teams down from 48 to 32. So I think you could get it like a higher quality competition. But the interest is none of the like big players are there. Like Arsenal, they haven't been a big player for a couple of years now. There's no, United were in it, but there's no. You
I'm
don't
just
hardly
glad
get the
we're not
Atleticos or the.
I still can't believe
Yeah.
you lost that final, you know.
Who?
You.
We weren't in the final. We were in the Champions League already.
No, Villarreal, you lost. Gee,
Didn't
come on,
happen,
man. Just hold
I
it
know.
out. Hold it.
But yeah,
But-
the Conference League is going to be absolutely dire. Like,
Surely-
some of these teams in it.
Surely Kane's, you know he's come out and said he wants to leave. Surely he's got, 2 months to sort it out?
Yeah,
Otherwise
it's
he
that-
generally will be playing in the Conference League if he doesn't.
Oh yeah, Tottenham got it, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? To
Tottenham
come out and
won
say
it.
like, I need ambition, like I don't want to be here no more.
But the problem is, I think, what is he? Is it 1 year left on his contract?
Yeah.
He's got 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah,
so
they got to cash in, but
that's the thing.
I mean, everyone's kind of not talking about it now because obviously the Euros are on and it's all England hype, but it's peak because wherever he goes, if he goes City, it's tight. Pablo says Ty ain't answering his Ty ain't gonna answer. He's chilling in Nigeria, cussing Ghana's food. I ain't trying to get involved in that. Chelsea boy says, from DT's logic, Southampton can hypothetically win 40 FA Cups in the next 40 years and be a bigger club than Chelsea because of trophies won.
What's the chances of Southampton winning 40 FA Cups in the next 40 years, you melon? Seriously.
Hella small.
Sanduk says, DT, can you react to Fabrizio Romano's latest tweet? Or I don't know if he's dropped maybe a little, let's
think
have a
he
look.
just
Has he dropped a here we go? Ramsdale,
He just
45
said
million.
Ben
incredible.
White, 50 million.
He said incredible Tottenham again. There are huge fiscal problems.
Oh, here it is, game over. Oh, he's missed it.
To
How you
complete
missed
the
that, you
appointment
donkey?
of
That would've been my
Fonseca
3-1.
as new manager, despite verbal agreement and contract set to be signed. This is why he has not yet signed with Spurs.
Who he
So
took?
it's basically saying Fonseca, the manager that they were
Yeah.
going to get, that washed up guy who's left Roma.
Yeah.
He's not going to sign for Spurs because, quote Fabrizio Romano, there are huge fiscal problems. At the
Physical
club.
problems.
Fiscal, like financial
Oh,
problems.
fiscal. I thought you said physical. Okay. Same way what Conte did. Like,
Yeah.
nah, mate.
Wow.
But this is like,
Spurs can't even get a manager.
but this is the thing. Conte was like top brass,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so they were never going to get him in the first place.
Yeah.
But this Fonseca guy is like, he was shit at Roma. They sacked him.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't
And even
even
he's
want to
like,
go
nah,
to Spurs.
rather stay, go down the job centre, mate.
Did you see
Rather
this as
sign on.
well? Tomori is officially signed for Milan.
Yeah, permanent.
5 years.
But they had the clause in the contract, so
Yeah.
that was inevitable.
But
Do
big
you know
up
what?
to I love that.
I respect it.
When players are struggling for game time in England, a lot of our players don't like to go abroad. And I think you look at what Trippier's done, you look at what Ashley Young did, you look at
There's a lot of you think now in the England team, you look back 5 years,
Sancho and
England
stuff
barely
like that.
had any players playing abroad. Now they've got Sancho, they've got Bellingham, they've got Trippier. Loads more players, obviously Tomori now for AC Milan.
Yeah.
There's like a huge
good to see,
group
man.
of players going
But
abroad.
like it.
Tomori was doing well.
he
Oh, he had
was.
a brilliant
and then they
season.
sent him out loan. That's
Yeah,
a bit
no,
of a
because he
piss
was
take.
doing well under Lampard, and then to my knowledge, there's clearly a lot of Chelsea fans in the chat for DT. But I remember the way I saw it, and if a Chelsea fan, if you lot can put it in the comments what actually happened with Tomori, I think he just fell out of favour, even when Lampard was still there, and then wasn't playing, and then obviously Tuchel
No,
coming.
look, they could.
No,
do
Tuchel
with
coming
him.
in and he'd already gone.
Yeah.
See what he said.
He wasn't there. He hasn't been there.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think it was he's been gone since the start of the season, hasn't he, Tomori? It's just again one of those things you fall out of favour and that's it. You don't really get a chance to get back in the team. You look at what happens with Tammy Abraham as well now.
Yeah.
See, Buffon signed back with Parma, all official.
Mad. He used to
26
play there,
years
innit? Yeah.
after he left.
I like that. I like when players go back
Signed a 2-year deal.
for that last one song. I don't mind that.
You think he started his career
Macedonia on the attack again.
26 years ago?
What a legendary.
He
keeper.
played with. I was looking at some of the players he played with.
Thuram,
Thuram, like Lilian Thuram, the OG one.
and
He
then played with his son.
He played with George Weah. He's played with basically the fathers of Chiesa, Weah, and Thuram
Yeah.
in that OG
And
Parma
they-
How
team.
old is he now?
And then he's played with their kids in the last 2 years. He's 43 now, I think,
What a career he's had, by the way.
and he's still going.
Proper. And I dare say he could play for better. You know, if he didn't have that allegiance to Parma, I dare say he can play a higher level than that.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily. He played Serie A basically his whole career.
Apparently,
it's just a
Gattuso
personal thing, really.
was appointed the new manager of Fiorentina 3 weeks ago. He's now left.
He left last night. Yeah.
Jay Caran, I think everyone might agree with this, says, forget this Chelsea and Arsenal talk. Both are big clubs. Let's all take a minute and laugh at Tottenham. You agree with that, DT?
Everyone can laugh at Tottenham.
I think everyone. That's one thing that everyone can actually get behind.
Tottenham's just, I don't know what's going on there. Really weird. Since Poch's gone.
It's Daniel Levy. He doesn't know how to. He's not a winning manager. He's a manager, who kind of built the stadium, got them there, but that's it. He's never going to get them to the levels that the fans want to be at, because that's not his. That's not his mentality.
100%. Over 6K watching live as well, guys. That's sick.
That's not bad
You know,
for
North
Macedonia
middle of the day,
against Ukraine.
North Macedonia, Ukraine. Over 6,000 people watching. That's dope.
You're welcome.
Don't know about that. It's going to go down now. You was just being quiet when we were saying that. Maybe that's why it was going up. Do you know
maybe.
what I mean?
Someone's just said 6K for a shit game. That's the flex effect.
There you go. They said it was me.
Lex wrote that himself.
Yeah, I just got to put a quick super chat in.
Yeah, quickly
Just
put a
typed it
super
in.
chat in.
There's a change for Ukraine. Number 10.
This is the guy that got dived.
And he's a guy, he's probably take
yeah,
him off
got
so he
booked
don't
for
get another
diving.
yellow card. Ukraine fans are definitely happy, of course.
I mean, the game's slowed. That we've hardly
It
been
has.
watching
I
it.
think
in the last
Macedonia had
15 minutes.
that little siege after they
Shaparenko.
scored, but after that, they've been struggling.
It's mad though that all these players from a lot of these countries, different countries, they all have like a particular ending to their surnames.
Enko here, innit?
With
It's
Serbia, it's
Enko
like
sort of thing. Like Russia, it's
Itch or-
Ski.
Ski.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like,
Or Lev.
Yeah.
Cultural thing, innit?
this game's gone a bit flat now, isn't it?
So Ukraine are taking a sting out of it.
Wonder whether Macedonia as well have like kind of just
I am
run out of steam a bit now.
I am Fabrizio tweet Madison to Arsenal. I wouldn't. Don't go for it.
Why would Madison come to? This is
Oh,
the
that's
thing
a
I
weird
don't
one,
understand.
actually.
Why
What?
would he?
That is a bit of a thing at the
It
moment.
is, man, but Penk's
Exactly.
man called Madison.
I just think because he fell out a bit with.
You're such a loser.
How many people are going to clock that? In real
Madison,
life?
I mean, Madison to Arsenal just doesn't feel right.
But it'd be a sick signing.
It would for you, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of think
Why
Stay
would
at
you
Leicester,
do
mate.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, like
No
for me,
offence, but
like for me.
do you know what I mean? Like Brendan Rodgers is building
But
something.
this is the thing,
Yeah, I
no,
get
he's
that.
kind of fallen out with
But it depends what
Rodgers towards the
project.
end of the season.
Yeah, but I think that was maybe because of that COVID party thing that happened, and then he was injured, couldn't get his form back, and then because they had crunch games,
Yeah.
it
But
was
it's-
almost like. But I
it's-
don't think in general like the
I
long.
don't know. Rodgers might
think
be
maybe-
like,
It's what
'cause
project
he's
is
one of those
being
ma-
sent.
They'll accept the money,
what
though.
Project. It's what project is being, shown to him.
Yeah.
Because historically, like Arsenal are a bigger club than Leicester. Factual.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Even
in
though
terms
they've
of,
won more
even though
important
like,
things.
if you talk about who's the better club at the moment, we're not talking who's bigger,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
who's better on the pitch. Then obviously it's
It's Leicester by far.
Leicester.
It's better for, Madison, he might be the kind of guy who, right, I want to grow my personal brand, be a bigger player, connect with a more kind of global audience. Arsenal's the obvious
Yeah,
choice for him.
that's true.
Because the thing I kind of felt was that he did fall out a bit with Rodgers towards the end of the season, and you don't know what's kind of transpired behind closed
True.
doors in the last month or two. So Leicester could be looking at it going, if we get 50 million, let's just sell him and go and buy two.
But,
other better
but
players.
Leicester are that sort of club, though.
Yeah,
like you
that's-
said,
that's
and,
the thing. So
and they
that's
will
why-
spend that 50, 60
Yeah.
million
That's
perfectly
why I think
well.
they're going to entertain a bid and try and
Yeah.
not force Madison, but they'll be like, you know what? If you want to change the scenery, we're more than open to it. So
You know what? When you actually think about it, it's not actually as mad as it seems. Actually, I think for him, who you can tell he's a big character, backs himself,
yeah,
and in moments he can be in good form and can produce. He's got ability. And at Arsenal, you need that number 10. You need that creative player. Didn't work out with Dani Ceballos. Odegaard, what's going to go on with him? Are you not keeping him?
I would imagine that Real Madrid are taking him back because obviously they've got
Yeah.
Ancelotti in charge, and I think he's going to just want to have everyone available there at the start of the season. and
So
then
Madison
decide
kind
from
of
there.
fits the bill perfectly, isn't it? But it's just a
Yes.
bit weird. In terms of how Leicester are doing, like you said, they are better, but like you said there, Ted, you don't know. I am Skydancer says, I love that DT says Arsenal are bigger because they won more. It's like saying that all the 14 bicycles I won and I roll up with 2 Lambos and 2 Ferraris. And Pablo says, Flex, what do you think of Ty's all-time cheat 11? What was that? Is that his all-time cheat 11?
What's happening here, by the way?
Ty's
I don't think I
all-time
saw
cheat
that.
11. Apologies, my friend. I don't know what you mean, Pablo.
I
so
know he's
apologies.
talking about his 11 cheating
this some-
players that
Oh,
would
so
make
like
up a
it'll be
team.
like Neil Maupay
Yeah,
and Troy
yeah,
Deeney.
So
yeah.
Flex, there's just a VAR going on here. I don't know.
For what? A
happened.
pen?
I don't know
going
what's
on?
quite
No
happened here. Oh, it's a pen maybe?
Pen. It's
Could
going to be.
a
If
pen.
it is, it's
Could
going to be a pen
pen.
for a
penalty.
handball from the free kick.
I was saying the one best thing about having
How
this
high
on
is the-
mute,
Oh yeah.
his arms out. It's like
yeah,
that.
but
It's
it's
gonna
trying
be
to cover
his
his
arms
face
out.
though.
Yeah, but they say you're not even
Oh,
allowed
if they
to do
get
that.
this, this could be my 3-1.
Yeah, should have put money on
But
it.
it's not a natural position, is what they might be saying.
Yeah, you can't have your hand out there. Like
What do I
that.
get? PS5.
This is going to
That's
be
a
a pen.
tough one. That's a 50-50. That could go
Yeah.
either way.
But the ref, he's
He'll
not
give-
going to
he'll
look at
give
that
it.
and say no.
Yeah, he'll
like,
give
he's
it.
going to look at it and say 100%.
He'll give that now.
I'll be very shocked.
Pen.
Pen.
Yeah, there you go.
He loves it, this ref, isn't it? He's got them
Give him a yellow
bulging
card.
eyes.
Oh, come on, it's not a yellow card.
I
He's
don't
giving a
know.
yellow card to the guy who done it. It's not a yellow card. See, he's not doing that on purpose to like bat the ball away. It is
covering
an
his face,
instinctive
man.
thing to just. Like, I'm not saying it's not a handball.
Yeah.
But to go and then give. I thought you're not even allowed to do this whole double.
It's such an
punishment.
ambiguous rule now. You don't even know.
That's not a yellow card. It is a pen.
It's a
This
yeah.
could be my 3-1, you know.
Well, if he doesn't do what Alioski did, hit it. Keeper.
Yeah. Waleed
Alioski
Hussein.
scored though.
Yeah, but he still missed his penalty.
He still scored.
Yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, but he didn't score a penalty. Waleed Hussein says, "Enjoyable stream, guys. Hope you're well. Thanks for the entertainment on my day off. One player you wish your club never signed, and one you wish they
El
did."
Hadji Diouf and
all right, Alex, we'll start with you.
El Hadji Diouf and Haaland.
Tej. Oh wait, hold on. Let's get this penalty be taken first.
Come on, save it, save it.
Imagine, yeah. Let's get a bit more late drama. Last
Save
10
it.
minutes of the game.
Come
About to be
on.
taken.
Yeah!
Oh, he saved it.
Two
It's
missed
like,
pens.
no one wants to score the pens.
Yeah, boy.
2 missed penalties in
And
the same
including
game.
yesterday
Oi,
as
my
well with
2-1's
Gareth
still
Bale.
on.
Again,
I tell you what.
that was a poor penalty. That was
Awful
straight down the
penalty.
middle.
No, it was a
Well,
little
not down
bit.
the middle, but it was a savable height.
Superman to the rescue. Look, he's been diving all day, and he
Oi,
actually
one
dives to a
arm.
good cause for a change.
One arm
I
as
mean,
well.
they're showing the replay of the penalty incident again, and it's one of
Wow,
them. Isn't it?
bro,
it is
that's
a bit
tough,
harsh, but your arms out
Justice has been done, maybe.
Kind of, but also it gives Macedonia a lifeline. What? Best part of 6-7 minutes left. Let's go. He's picking it up. He's going, yo, mum, did you see that? He's going, you see
that one's for you, bro.
DT, one player you wish your club never signed. Huh?
Willian.
Wow.
No,
And one you wish you did sign. They did sign.
Ronaldo.
What? CR7 or? Yeah.
I'm going to say Granit Xhaka because if we didn't sign him, we would have got Kante that summer for the same money.
Probably wouldn't. We'd have probably bought drink water.
For double.
Premier League winner, mate.
For double.
Premier League winner. And who do you think, and one that you were happy that you did?
There's hundreds of players we could have signed. Like, again, Ronaldo, you obviously did that interview with Piers Morgan where he was like, I was a hair's breadth away from signing for Arsenal. There was like Zlatan. Wenger didn't want to give him a trial.
Higuain.
Higuain's shit, but
Yeah.
there's tons of players. You'd probably say Cristiano, but yeah, there's loads of players in there.
One I wish we never saw. There's loads, man. Jesus Christ.
Surely it's Di Maria or Falcao.
Oh,
surely.
they're my first two.
Surely, bro.
Only, I'm going to say that, but then it's weird because as we got those players, I was excited.
Yeah, but look what.
But how it turned out, I've got to say,
It's got to be
it's Alexis
Sanchez.
Sanchez, 100%.
It's got to be Sanchez.
It's Alexis Sanchez.
Wow, what a disgrace.
He was
signing,
he
bro.
was even worse than Di Maria and Falcao.
And imagine.
Because Di Maria actually started off good.
Yeah.
Then his house got
Yeah,
burgled
yeah.
and then it kind of went to shit. Falcao.
Is that what happened? He got burgled, Di Maria,
His house got burgled and then he wasn't happy being here.
Someone said he done it himself.
What, he burgled himself?
Yeah, that's what the story
Falcao
was,
dressed
wasn't it?
up and done it.
But definitely Alexis Sanchez.
You know, I couldn't believe this, Flex. He came out in an interview, it might have been translated different. He came out in an interview and said, I asked my agent if I could leave United the first day I got there.
Yeah.
No, he did that. He did like
Bro,
a
are you
piece. He did,
serious?
It's madness. He mugged us off completely. And we had to
first
take
day,
that out.
though.
We were still taking the L of that up until last season when we actually did get rid of him. And the player that I did want us to sign that we never did would probably be Ronaldinho. Because I know there was talks.
Who did you get instead?
and
03.
I was 03-ish, 04.
He went to Barca in 03.
And I remember there was talks for him, and it never materialised. And we was always in for Wesley Sneijder.
Yeah.
Like when he was actually
Like 2010, 11 days.
always in for him every year. So I wish we probably
Trust.
just actually signed him in his prime to see. A couple more super chats here. I'm just
Come
gonna
on,
go through
boys.
them. Abdi Halim says Chelsea caught up Arsenal's history in 15 years. Still going on, that is. A lot of Chelsea fans in the chat today.
Have they caught up our history in 15 years though?
I'm just passing. Don't shoot the messenger. This Arsenal-Chelsea thing is becoming a thing, isn't it? Because of this Champions League and just in general with Chelsea.
They've won a lot of trophies in 15 years, but that doesn't mean that for the entirety of the club's existence, you've kind of outdone that in 15 years.
You can't do the whole existence of the club. You can only talk about the last decade or so.
Yeah, which is a fair assessment.
25 years,
They've been
I'd
a
say.
far more successful club in the last 10, 15 years.
I'd say,
Does that
I'd say
make them-
25 years. And bro, trust me, I hate Chelsea so much. I prefer Arsenal to Chelsea every day of the week. But if you actually look at it, what was 25 years ago?
Yeah,
was
you
that
know what?
98?
Even probably, just say from when say 20 years when Abramovich took
But they
over.
won a few FA Cups in the 90s, you know.
Yeah, but you think Arsenal won 2 league titles in the 90s?
No, for sure. But they've really taken over in, I'd say, the last 20 years.
Who? Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
from when they got the P's, isn't it? Was that 04?
04.
yeah. I mean, they've been a more successful club, no doubt.
But then if someone was to say to me, who's London's most famous team, I'm saying Arsenal.
Yeah, it still is.
But if people say who's the most successful London team in the last, it's Chelsea.
But it's what it is. Yeah, but what
bigger
it is
clubs.
people are stopping to care. Stopping care. Or he's trying to pick him up. Oh, he actually is giving him the stretch. I thought he was going to try and just rip him up and say.
I love it when this happens. You know.
People are starting to care less about like the name. Like Man United, we ain't won a league title since 2013. Like we're not. Like players like Jude Bellingham and that are coming to the training ground to have a look around where we're like, yeah, we're going to snap up this kid from Birmingham, and he's going.
No, I'll go.
I'll just go abroad, mate. Like same with Haaland. You know what I mean, Ollie brought him through at Mulder, Norwegian compatriot, and couldn't even secure the bag because we're not that forced. We tried to bully Dortmund last year with the Sancho thing.
But-
They're saying we want our money by this time. We're like, we're Man United. We'll just do it when we want. No,
not anymore.
you can't do that. So
Not anymore.
that whole thing of like, when you said the most famous club, but people are just going off the most successful, and like Tej said, almost trying to wipe out everything that went before because they're more
The
successful.
thing is,
than
there's
you.
there's not one variable to judge a club on. People are like, oh, who's got the most history? Who's the bigger club?
Biggest
who's
fan
the most
base.
successful?
If you went abroad, who would have the most shirts on?
And if you say trophies, they say, oh, it's not all about trophies.
Yeah, it's all so subjective. It's like, at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answer or definitive. It's fair enough. If you're going to be use actual numbers, Chelsea have won more trophies in the last 20 years. Arsenal have won more trophies and have been more successful in their entire history in terms of.
I think if you're going to
trophies
say
won.
outright the bigger club of all time, like that, you have to just include all of the history. Like,
and the
of
sizes
what
of the
you've won.
fan base
And the
as
si-
well.
Yeah,
But
you have to look at things
my
like
problem is, if this happens for another 10 years,
Says
I think
Fabrizio
Chelsea
Trudy.
would have a genuine argument to say they're even a bigger club. Because Arsenal are on a downhill trajectory at the moment.
Exactly, and that's where it really comes down. They got the 2 Champions Leagues now as well. Pablo says, Ty named an 11 full of United players from
Go on.
97.
Come on, Macedonia.
Macedonia really trying
Corner.
to put it on here. Last couple of minutes. How many minutes of stoppage
I
time?
reckon
It
4.
doesn't say. It's
I
got to be
reckon
at least 4, innit?
4, I'd say.
2 penalties,
Yeah.
couple of little injuries.
It's got to be 4, man.
4 to 5 minutes, I'll say.
About 5.
Yeah.
With the penalties as well, the VAR. should at least
Macedonia
5.
have a corner in the
Actually,
90th minute.
5's about right.
Ty named the 11 full of United players from 97 to 06. Neville Brothers at the back and Van Nistelrooy and York up top, while refusing to admit Henry cheated against Ireland.
That is true. He did refuse to admit.
Andy Arsenal says, a question to DT.
Oof.
Shouldn't we go all out for Bissouma or Neves instead of Ben White? If we buy Ben White, we can only buy Lokonga. That's not right.
Buy them all.
Buy more, says DT. And Usopp's rubber band says, Chelsea just won the Champions League and they do still mention the Arsenal as much as they can. And another super chat here from Lil Yo-Yo. At the end of the day, we live in what have you done for us now era. Yeah, I hear you on that. People do forget what's going on.
Fabrizio's just tweeted again,
Yeah.
nearly 15 minutes ago. He said Tottenham are not intention to cover the economic difference on the fiscal side with Fonseca. He was set to sign after contract verbally agreed. It was done, but talks have now broken down. Tottenham search now restarted. Jorge Mendes will try with Gattuso.
Oh my days.
Gattuso.
Tottenham are... Expressions is probably loading up videos right now, like just being like, what is going on at this football club? They can't even secure a manager. May as well just give it to Ryan Mason.
Just give it to Ryan Mason's dad or someone. Like
Chris
that.
Powell, someone.
So this game looks like it's going to...
Can you imagine Kane
He's
hearing
right.
this at England at St George's Park going, hang on, is that the storm of shit I've got to go back to? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
He can't be happy.
Andre Daniel says, seems Madison's name was... where's it gone?
Go on, Macedonia.
Oh, it's gone now, but it was... a
2
chat
minutes
about
to
Man
go.
So,
Go
grab
on,
an
lads.
equaliser.
They're packing up the box.
Last 2 minutes, just...
There's a spare man in the
Good
box.
ball.
Go on.
Oh, 50p head, mate.
Awful header.
50p head.
50p.
Abdi Halim says, Flex, who are your title contenders next season? Obviously City and Liverpool and Chelsea. I agree with Tej. I think with the basis they've got to go forward and Tuchel with a pre-season.
They've got a young and very hungry squad.
Young,
you look at
hungry,
how young from Werner,
depth
Havertz,
as
Mount,
well.
Reece
and
James.
they're going to probably go and get a striker as well.
Yeah.
And if they do that, even with what they've got,
Because that's how ruthless Abramovich is. He doesn't
100%.
settle where he is. And we know that Werner's not good enough to lead the line for Chelsea. But
No.
what scares me is that if they go out and try and buy someone like Haaland, someone like Kane, someone of that kind of like that stature,
yeah,
then we're in trouble in the Premier League.
I agree. And for that reason, that's why, I think Chelsea have a squad to definitely challenge. Liverpool, like you said, Alex, as much as I hate to admit it, Van Dijk back in there, Gomez back in there.
Canate.
Oh, fucking hell, I forgot about him. You got.
But I just
Canate
feel
as
they're
well.
missing that, because one thing you did struggle with throughout the season was obviously goals up front without even Van Dijk.
We
and
are going to
Gomez.
buy someone, a striker for sure, bro. There's no way we're not. I think Patson Daka maybe. Oh!
Imagine,
Daka.
almost the last kick
That
of the
was
game.
the last chance, I
He
think.
beats the
That's
turf.
gone now, the game.
Tracheostomy.
They know as well, Macedonians. They know. Varsity Plus says, Fonseca deal off. Spurs do not want to pay. LOL. Yeah, that's what we've just been talking about. And Chelsea just won the Champions League. Oh yeah, we've done that. And DT, we've done that. Yeah, cool. We've covered those. Macedonian fans thought they had it. That would have been scenes.
You got to think like
Limbs.
Tottenham screwed up sacking Pochettino purely because they were never going to find another manager like him.
I don't get why they
on
did.
the kind
I
of
really don't get why
budget
they
that they're
did. They've been no better. Well, they've been worse.
They have top 4 expectations with a bottom 4 budget.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
offside.
Offside, ref.
Yeah, absolutely, they do.
I reckon there might be a minute to go because they did a sub at the start of this
Barely.
added time.
This should be the last play, really.
It's looking like last chance saloon now. The Macedonian fans are looking on ominously. They know that this is their final chance.
Go on, win the
Big
header.
hoo from the keeper.
Shoot.
And that is it.
Really?
One
Corner?
shot and it's gone
Corner?
for
No.
a goal kick.
He saw the light, his eyes lit
And
up,
that
and
is
he
it.
thought that was my moment.
Headlines were there, man. You got to feel it for the Macedonians, man.
But
They-
Fair play
credit
though,
to
man.
them because they
100%.
played very, very well. You thought even when Ukraine went 2-0 up, this game could have been dusted by even half. It could have been 3 or 4-0 by half time or kind of 50th minute. But
Exactly.
they played very, very well this half. They come
Exactly.
out, they fought. They haven't, sat back and just tried to contain them or damage.
Had a go. They had a
rotation.
proper go, didn't they?
Yeah.
Game
Had a
over.
proper
tried-
go.
they've tried
And
to
there
actually get
it
something from
is. Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 1. 2 defeats for North Macedonia. That's pretty much, I don't know, but it's surely going to be them facing curtains in the competition. Shevchenko is smiling. He has not really aged, has he, Shevchenko? He looks great. Yarmolenko involved again. He's having a decent tournament so far. 2 games, 2 goals, and playing very well. And Ukraine, some people who sort of saying, we spoke a lot about Turkey being dark horses, but now Ukraine people are talking about, I know obviously Italy as well, but that's a sad sight as well. The Macedonian keeper pretty much knowing it's
He saved
over.
he saved the pen though.
Saved the pen, done some other crazy
No,
stuff
they've
as
scored
well.
in both their games as well. They've given their fans some, because they come into this tournament with basically they come in with hope but not expectation.
Yeah.
So to have scored in both games, I still think that's
It's a good
it's a
achievement.
pretty good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than
DT,
Turkey.
what do you make of the game?
It was a good game. Yeah, it wasn't as boring as I thought it might be. It was quite eventful.
Did you
I
go
thought-
2-1, Alex?
I did. I
Yeah.
went for 2-1 in the end, and I
I thought
got
North
that right.
Macedonia done really well.
They did. And that shows you though the importance though of like smaller nations or nations never
Yeah.
been there actually getting to this. They do come and play their part,
Yeah,
and
man.
that unpredictability of the other teams that have been there and done it before, of not knowing what to expect from these
Yeah.
teams, sometimes catches them out, and that was not an easy game for Ukraine.
No.
It probably should have been by the end of the amount of chances they had, but it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? So you have to.
They were
I'm
made
just,
to
looking,
work
I'm
for
just
it.
trying to catch up on the news now, and I'm just sitting there laughing.
What,
at some
Fabrizio
of this.
Romano?
Yeah,
What-
like the
what's
the
going
whole
on?
Tottenham thing and how they could be in for Gattuso now.
I mean, Gattuso to Spurs.
Until he rejects them. Sometimes
Yeah, for not
maybe
enough
sheep,
budget.
sometimes more sheep.
They're literally going to have to just ring back up Mason and say, yo, bro, about that job.
Do you want it?
Do you still want it? That's what they're going to have to do. It's Pete. Or maybe they should maybe to make Harry Kane stay, offer him player manager.
Why?
Mate, he's not
Player
gonna take
manager.
that.
He'd
Why
probably
would that?
retire, bro, player
He'd rather
manager.
retire than do that,
There's
yeah.
no way, mate.
Than take on that shit. But it is mad because if you think about Tottenham's project, yeah?
What project?
Like, exactly, but their project that they're trying to build. Just got the new stadium. Jose was perfect for that, just try and get a trophy. Clearly that didn't work out. But they should still be able to attract someone to say, if they can give them the guarantees
They're
about the money.
so-
But that's
they're
two
so
managers
far in
now who
debt.
have gone, yeah, there's no money to
Because
spend. Why am I going to sell my
We
son
saw with
myself to
Arsenal for 10 years, and obviously DT will be able to provide great insight on this as well, but we literally didn't sign anyone. Between 2006 and about 2016, we hardly spent any money because all that money that was coming into the club was going to basically pay off the stadium debt. So Tottenham are now saddled with probably over £1 billion worth of debt, and they have to work at paying that down over the next 10, 15 years. So instead of signing players, actually the money that's coming into the club is just going to be going out to pay the debts. So you're going to. The good thing is that with Arsenal, we had Wenger actually keeping the club afloat with literally no budget.
100%.
We were not. So we
Shouldn't
we
have
went-
sacked him.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, but like you think.
Why not?
Fool.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, to be fair.
Shouldn't have
but-
sacked him. He was
yeah.
getting the Champions League every year, apart from that last year.
Yeah, but like to keep the club not afloat,
Yeah, I know, he's
but,
done
like,
it.
in the
That-
top
that
four
shows
every
what a job
season.
he done.
Yeah, but now
100%.
you look with hindsight and you look at Tottenham, it's like they're fucked going forward. They've got 10 years to pay back £1 billion worth of debt. How are they going to invest in their team?
What are you saying, DT? They might go bust. Abdi says multiple reports that Hakimi to Chelsea is done. big signing for Chelsea if they get him. One thing I wanted to ask you a lot about actually.
What happens to Reece James?
Well, we're saying that they see him more as a
right centre back. That's what Tuchel sees him as.
Aspilicueta's on his way out. You know, he's still going to play next season, but he's not as much. We spoke about the top of the league, who's going to win the league. The 3 teams that have come up: Brentford, Watford, Norwich. Alex, what are you saying?
Brentford, Watford. I think Watford will stay up.
Yeah.
Brentford are just a total anomaly. They could do a Leeds where they turn into a 9th, 10th kind of team. Who knows? Listen, it's just way too early to predict who's going to stay up and down. I couldn't call it at this stage. I think maybe 10 games in we'll have a good idea.
Tej, your gut feeling?
It entirely depends on the transfer window, because if Norwich keep players like Buendia, they might be able to stay up. If they don't, then I'm not so sure.
Well, he's gone already, isn't he?
What? Oh yeah, he's gone to Villa. No, Pookie and
Cantwell,
Aaron's, Cantwell, etc.
Cruel.
Because having just lost Buendia, it's going to be interesting to see who they can retain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it purely depends on the transfer
Watford
window.
straight back up with Norwich.
Again, depends who they sign. I think Norwich, again, you're going to think they'll be favourites to be in the relegation zone coming end of the season. They're just one of those yo-yo teams that come up and down every time. Same with, well, not really so much with Watford, but the one thing I think about Brentford is they're either going to crash and burn or they're going to do really, really well and do like a Leeds. I don't see an in-between because obviously the way their club's going. Have you seen what they've been doing with like the whole stats perspective on the game and XG and all that? Like,
how they monitor the players of what they've been doing?
No, but like the way they run the club in terms of picking players and stuff like that. It's fascinating.
All clubs work like that now. They've got like, you know, databases that they type in. We want a player to have over 10 goals. He must
Transfermarket.com.
10 KMs. Yeah, basically.
But it's because the Brentford owner, he's some like multi-billionaire.
Football manager or something.
No, he created some like football like betting thing where he basically created a formula which was based around expected goals and all that like 10 years ago, and he won like hundreds of millions of pounds off like institutional sports bookmakers. And he basically bought Brentford like 6-7 years ago, and he took those tactics that he used in sports betting and applied them kind of real life to Brentford, like expected goals and all that, and actually judging a player like purely off their stats and what the numbers say, as opposed to just their kind of empirical how they perform on the pitch. So I think it'd be really interesting because they're going to bring something different to the Premier League.
Yeah, and they've been falling short for the last few years as well.
Yeah.
To finish off, before we wrap up, DT, what are you saying for the 3 coming up?
What?
The 3 coming up to the Prem.
Coming up to the Prem. 3 coming up to the Prem. I thought it was about the next game.
No.
There's 2 teams in there.
No. Brentford, Watford, Norwich.
I think Watford. I know they did get relegated, but I think they'll be better equipped.
Yeah.
In that respect, I see they've just signed
Danny Rose.
Danny Rose.
Good signing.
Needs to get fit though.
He does need to get fit. I'm pretty sure he will. But good signing.
Brentford, they're going to be like the unknown.
Yeah.
If Ivan Toney can, continue his goal scoring form.
Hopefully, he can do an Ollie Watkins, innit?
Yeah.
Prove that first season back out.
Listen, I hope he does really well. I really do. He deserves it because he's been exceptional in the Championship.
Yeah, and at Northampton as well.
And I think Norwich.
Peterborough, wasn't it?
I actually think Norwich will probably go. I think Norwich will go down.
You think Norwich go back down?
Yeah. I think losing Buendia is a massive, massive loss for them.
But it depends who they replace him with.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I don't think you're going to replace him with a quality.
But they need Premiership quality as well to replace him.
And even when they had Buendia, we weren't good enough to keep him in the Premier League.
True. Okay. And Young Takuri says Newcastle fixture's a horror show. And to echo what you said, I think Watford will be fine. I think Norwich will go back down. And like you said, Brentford a free hit. Listen, guys, watch along over. Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 1. Interesting, man. Thanks for joining us. I've enjoyed it. I've had a blast. I'll be on the next one as well. Was it Denmark, Belgium as well? Which will be really touching. Lukaku was saying that they're going to kick the ball out in the 10th minute. With everything that's happened with Eriksen, it'll be very interesting to see the mindset of those players. But thanks to everyone for joining in for this watch along. Make sure you smash a like on the video, and we'll see you all very soon. Peace.